At the central square of the Anrius Empire, heavily armed soldiers stood guard, forming a tight perimeter. In the middle of the square stood a bed, on it lay a stunning young princess. Her wrists and ankles bound with heavy iron chains. Unable to move, King Anrius frowned and glanced at the cloaked figure standing behind him, Grandmaster Mersenne. "The princess is ready for the sacrifice," the king muttered, "but are you sure the black dragon can be taken down in one strike?" Grandmaster Mersenne gave a calm, confident smile. "Rest assured, your majesty. That foolish dragon came all on its own to snatch the princess, probably banished from its nest. It shouldn't be able to stir up much trouble." Suddenly, outside the town, ordinary citizens looked up at the sky and gasped in shock. "A dragon! It's a dragon!" The black dragon Waterloos flew straight toward the bed where the princess lay. Soldiers surrounding the square started shouting frantically, "The black dragon is here!" With just a single swipe of its claw, the dragon effortlessly scooped up the unconscious princess. Grandmaster Mersenne pointed his staff at the dragon and barked, "Now, attack!" Following his command, the surrounding soldiers raised their bows and unleashed a volley of arrows. But with a powerful flap of its wings, the dragon soared high into the sky, easily dodging the attacks. From below, Grandmaster Mersenne activated a magic formation. A glowing magic circle appeared beneath his feet, and in the next instant, a streak of violet energy shot out, striking the black dragon Waterloos's right wing. Yet, it seemed to have little effect. The dragon barely flinched and continued flying toward the distant mountains. Vanishing from the square, back in a dark mountain cave, the black dragon Waterloos dropped the princess gently onto the ground. Then its own massive body collapsed beside her, unconscious. No one knew how much time had passed before the dragon's blood-red eyes slowly opened. It immediately let out a series of muffled, furious growls, like it was cursing. If you could translate them into human language, it might have gone something like, "Who the hell dumped water on my power strip? I was ranked number 1. Damn it." But all that came out was a garbled string of dragon noises. Ow. Ow ow auu. To 9, now inhabiting the form of the black dragon Waterloos, suddenly froze. Wait, what the hell was that sound? He wondered. He scratched his chin in confusion, except now his chin was a scaly snout, and looked down to see his hands had become claws. What are these claws? Whose claws are these? Trying to move, he took one awkward step, then tripped. His huge dragon body launched into the air and slammed face first into the cave floor with a thunderous crash. Ouch! Groaning, To9 slowly lifted his head, only to see his reflection in a nearby puddle. A stunned silence followed. A pair of teary dragon eyes stared back at him. Did I die in the real world and get reincarnated as a dragon? His massive dragon face scrunched up, tears streaming. Why'd I have to be an evil dragon, of all things? Just then, a strange sound beside him made him turn his head. He first spotted a pair of pale, slender feet, shackled by iron cuffs. His gaze traveled upward to find the same princess he'd rescued earlier lying beside him. To9 hesitated. Hey, are you okay? No response. He shut his eyes and pondered. This doesn't look good. She seems seriously ill. Should I consider CPR or something? But before he could act, a barrage of system messages flashed before his eyes. Ting, hello. Host, the War and Plunder system is at your service. Ting, hello. Host, the Evolution Modification system is at your service. Ting, hello. Host, the Evil Villain system is at your service. To9's dragon eyes went wide. What the hell? Why so many systems? Then, smirking to himself, he muttered, unless I'm the chosen one from the legends. A new message appeared. Ting, too many systems detected. Initiating fusion. Ting, fusion complete. New system activated. Supreme Evil Dragon War Plunder Evolution Self-Modifying God Tier System. Nickname: Evil Dragon System. To9 was so thrilled he started blurting out garbled dragon sounds again. Ow, ow auu ow. What he meant was, what does this evil dragon system actually do? The system calmly responded, no need to speak. Host, just think your thoughts, I can read them directly. Then it began to explain the rules. Gain affection points with special female NPCs to unlock special abilities. Spend system points to modify your body parts as desired. Kill righteous factions or players to earn system points. Defeating enemies gives you 50% of their system points. To9 stared blankly at the screen. Wait, players? NPCs? What is this? Am I in the real world or some kind of game? Immediately, the system replied. Ting, query received. Ting, insufficient system access level. Unable to answer. Ting, detection complete. Host has captured an SSS rank special female NPC. Initiating conquest sequence. Inside the pitch-black cave, strange noises kept echoing, enough to easily cause misunderstandings. In the form of a black dragon, T9 was panting slightly, his face a little flushed, while giggling to himself with delight. The princess he had just rescued earlier, Anna Hathaway, was still unconscious in a corner of the cave, her breathing shallow and rapid. The truth was, T9 had somehow gotten hold of a golden-covered comic book and was sitting in a corner reading it. Laughing like a lunatic, suddenly snapping out of his daze, he muttered to himself, "What the hell am I doing? What time is it now? And I'm still in the mood to read this stupid comic? Get a grip." T9. Just then, he felt something soft brush against his tail. Turning to look, he realized the princess had unconsciously wrapped herself around it. It's so cold," she murmured. Blood spurted from T9's dragon nose. He turned his head to look at her and mumbled, "Damn, SSS rank really hits different. Looks like I really am the chosen one." Just then, a system notification appeared. Ting, detected special SSS rank female NPC. Would you like to view the status panel? T9 selected, yes. A new information window popped up. Name: Anna Hathaway. Age: 18. Elven years. Rank: SSS. Race: half-elf. Status: starving. Cold: severely ill. Estimated lifespan: 2 days. Talent: unknown. Current affection level: -80. Fearful. Warning: affection level too low. Unable to obtain system points or unlock abilities. Please increase affection level to access Phase 1 special abilities. Reading this, T9 suddenly had a sinking feeling. Only 2 days to live? So SSS tier is just a disposable asset after all? He burst into tears. Of course there's no such thing as a free jackpot. Then he felt something else odd. Turning slightly, he realized the princess was now hugging his dragon tail even tighter. So warm. T9 froze like a statue. Glancing back awkwardly. Crap, why does this feel so indecent? He gently pried his tail out of her grip and went to a corner of the cave, where he found a bear pelt to cover her. There, that should keep you warm. Ting, affection level increased by +10. T9 blinked in surprise. Just tucking her in boosted it by 10? That's easier than I thought. Suddenly, his stomach growled, "Grr grr." He looked up and called out, "Hey, system, can we work something out? Give me some system points in advance, and I'll earn more affection later." The system responded instantly, "Of course not." Unwilling to give up, T9 clasped his claws pitifully and pleaded, "Look at me. I can't even move properly right now. I'm barely holding it together. How am I supposed to find food or raise affection? How about a newbie gift?" The system replied in a merciful tone, "Ting, valid point detected. Newbie gift granted. Temporary health recovery card, duration, 30 minutes. Note: this recovery draws directly from the host's life source. After 30 minutes, the host will become weakened and fall unconscious. Use with caution. Do you wish to activate it?" T9 went stiff, eyes wide in disbelief. Wait, what the hell? Isn't that just taking my own life force and giving it back to me like a reward? Looking at Anna Hathaway lying on the other side of the cave, he realized this might be his only shot. He was weakening by the minute. Expecting her to help him was unrealistic. She was already trembling from exhaustion. Sweating profusely, T9 made a decision. System: activate the card. Ting, temporary recovery card activated. Please treasure your life. Leaving the cave, T9 plucked a few apples from a tree but frowned. Wait a minute, I'm a dragon now. How can fruit be enough? I need meat. If I get weak after 30 minutes without enough food, I might starve to death. Searching through a nearby bush, he found a pile of animal carcasses. His eyes lit up. Whoa, meat jackpot? But then the wind suddenly stirred above, and birds scattered in all directions. His dragon horn twitched instinctively. A pack of wolves appeared in front of him, silver moon wolves. Level 25. Third-tier beasts ranged from level 21 to 30. T9 narrowed his eyes. Wolves are super territorial? Maybe this is their hunting ground? No wonder they suddenly showed up. But wait, I'm a dragon. My dragon aura should scare normal beasts away. Still, tension built in his chest, even making him nauseous. One of the wolves lunged straight at him. His dragon eyes flared. He tapped into the power within his body and opened his mouth wide. A powerful gust of wind erupted from his jaws, blasting the lead wolf clean out of sight. The two remaining wolves stared, dumbfounded. Then, with a flap of his wings and a burst of flame, T9 roasted both of them on the spot. He raised his head and let out a thunderous roar. A blue flash of light shot into the sky, his dragon aura now unmistakable. Then he turned back toward the cave and flew home. Inside, the Princess Anna Hathaway had just regained consciousness. She opened her eyes wide in fear as she sensed the presence of the giant creature behind her. Chap 3. 2-9 cradled a bunch of fruit in his arms, slightly raising his head to check on the princess's condition. Still unconscious, it really did look serious. But how was he supposed to feed her if she stayed passed out like this? Suddenly, her legs shifted and she rolled over, lunging at him. In her hand, Anna Hathaway held a sharp piece of stone, screaming as she charged toward him. "Get away from me, you monster!" 2-9 casually raised an apple and placed it right against her lips. The shard of stone shattered the moment it touched his scales, not even leaving a scratch. Anna, stunned, spat the apple out. She wiped the juice from her face and glared at him. You giant evil dragon, are you going to eat me?" 2-9's dragon face looked dazed. What? Where'd you get that idea? But from Anna's perspective, his dragon mug looked like that of a hungry beast ready to devour her whole. She heard a growl, grar, and immediately fainted again. 2-9 looked confused. System, what's wrong with her? The system responded. High fever combined with extreme fright. Subject has passed out. 2-9 turned to ask again. Hey, system, those silver wolves I just took down, didn't I get some system points for that? But the screen still displayed. High fever, too frightened, passed out. He squinted at the system interface and repeated. I said, those silver wolves. I definitely got system points for them, right? This time, the system answered. Affirmative. Host defeated 3 level 2 silver wolves. However, due to hostile intent only, system points were halved. Congratulations. Host has earned 30 system points. Dang, congratulations on obtaining your first system points. 2-9 did a quick calculation. Gotta find something that can lower her fever fast. The system popped up a suggestion. Based on the current situation, the system recommends redeeming the medicinal herb Scutellaria bacalensis, aka Huangqian, for a special discount, 10 system points. 2-9 racked his memory. Huang Chen, Grandpa mentioned this once, a great herb for reducing fever. Wait, the system has earth medicine too? Without wasting time, he selected the option, System, redeem Huang Chen. Moments later, a pink-blue flower sprouted from the ground before him. Dang, item generated. 2-9 stared at the plant. How the hell do I even use this? His dragon face turned a little red with embarrassment. No choice. He shoved the flower into his mouth and began chewing until it was a sticky pulp. Then, ever so carefully, he leaned forward, his tongue carrying the crushed herbal bits toward Anna's lips. As the medicine entered her mouth, the system displayed a healing gauge. Restoration buff active. Just then, 2-9's body began to sway. Crap, the temporary buff wore off. His eyelids dropped. He couldn't hold on any longer. Too heavy. So tired. In a hazy dreamscape, Anna Hathaway wandered a burning desert, wiping sweat from her brow. It's so hot, so thirsty. Suddenly, a strong gust blew from the sky. A massive shape flew toward her. As it got closer, she recognized it, the terrifying face of a black dragon. She screamed, jolting awake, tears still glistening in her eyes. Anna sat up and looked around. She was safely sheltered beneath the dragon's wings. Rain poured down from the sky above. She instinctively licked her lips. Bitter, tasted like medicine. Her eyes drifted to the drops of potion still clinging to the dragon's mouth. Did the big black dragon just save me? System message. Affection level +20. She spotted the pile of fruit beside her and smiled. He went to find all this for me? System message. Affection level +20. Her smile deepened. What a gentle giant. System message. Affection level +20. Her hand trembled as she reached toward the unconscious dragon. Please wake up, big dragon. Worried that he wasn't moving, she gently laid his head in her lap and began stroking him softly. Please get better soon. System message. Anna Hathaway's affection level +100. Current affection, 90. Dang, affection level has reached the threshold for phase 1. Congratulations. Host has unlocked the skill, minor plunder. Congratulations. Host has received 2.000 system points. System instruction. Skill, minor plunder, unlocked. Eating food now rapidly restores stamina and grants passive regeneration. Warning. Appetite will also increase. Dang, skill successfully reinforced. In the stillness of the night, moonlight bathed the world in a soft glow. The air was serene and peaceful until suddenly, a blood-curdling scream shattered the silence, sending 2 birds into a panicked flight across the sky. The source? None other than 9 Waterloos. Wailing in agony, Damn it, I'm starving. Why the hell am I so hungry? I just ate. But right after that emotional outburst, his mood flipped completely. His eyes sparkled as he saw the system notification. He had awakened the minor plunder skill, which greatly increased food consumption rate. Oh, sweet, just one nap and I get a skill like this? Man, sometimes life is good. Unfortunately, his stomach didn't share the sentiment. It was still growling like a beast. 9 slumped to the ground in despair. Even with this skill, I'm still freaking starving, he muttered gloomily. Then his gaze fell on Anna Hathaway, still unconscious nearby, and in his hunger-hazed vision, she looked delicious. His mouth started watering. Gulp gulp. All he could picture now was crispy roasted fox, golden brown and steaming. He shook himself back to reality. No, bad idea. Her affection level's at 90. I can't mess that up now. But then realization struck. Wait, affection level 90? What the hell happened while I was asleep? 9 started panicking. The jump in affection was way too fast. No way, don't tell me she. In his mind, he imagined Anna gazing at him lovingly. Oh, majestic black dragon, so strong, so big. Then she confessed, I like you, so much? The imaginary daydream shattered when Anna coughed up blood, snapping him back to reality. The system pinged a notification. Her lifespan was down to 1 day. 9 freaked out. What the hell? Why is she suddenly this weak? The system calmly responded. In this conquest of an NPC, host not only obtained a skill, but received system points far exceeding the standard threshold. Reaching 2,000 points has unlocked body modification protocols. 9 frowned and thought. To be fair, she did save me, but just pumping her full of herbs won't cut it long term. What exactly is she sick with anyway? He opened the shop interface. It was a dumpster fire of garbage. A biscuit, 50 points. A stick, 60 points. Some skin ointment, 50 points. And worst of all, a mini skirt, 10.000 points. Outraged, he snapped. What the hell is this crap? Who the hell would buy a 10.000 point miniskirt? What kind of joke shop is this? This is obviously a store made for me, not some half-dead elf girl. Right then, another miniskirt appeared. He glanced at the item, then at Anna Hathaway. His dragon cheeks flushed. Without hesitation, he hit purchase. The skirt materialized and automatically clothed the unconscious girl. Cost 100 system points. Even in a coma, Anna's body looked very shapely. 9 immediately covered his eyes. Nope, not gonna look. Dragon parts are spiky. Damn it. Trying to distract himself, he turned his focus back to the actual problem, curing her. The system listed some upgrade options. Asterisk fang and claw enhancements, 400 points. Asterisk cosmetic overhaul, 100 to 10.000 points. 9 shook his head. Nah, focus. Let's find something medical first. Then he found it. Yes, this is it, system. I want to purchase beginner insight, medical diagnosis. Confirmed. Host has spent 1,000 system points. Initiating ocular system modification. Side effects may include discomfort. Host is advised not to gouge out their own eyes. The moment the message disappeared, 9's eyes turned bright red. He collapsed onto the ground, rolling in pain. It burns. It itches. It's killing me. As the transformation settled, a detailed diagnostic report on Anna appeared. Subject: Anna Hathaway. Asterisk race: High Elf, rare variant. Asterisk status: critically ill. Asterisk symptoms: profuse sweating, sensitivity to cold, muscle fatigue. Asterisk notable condition: ulcer on upper thigh. Asterisk additional symptoms: anemia, persistent cough. 9 read the list. Face pale. Holy crap, it's a miracle she's still alive. Suddenly, a voice echoed from outside, making him jump. A deep, oppressive breath. A dragon's breath. There was another dragon nearby. Sensing danger, 9 quickly ducked and observed from the shadows. What he saw chilled him. A group of black viper mercenaries. Levels ranging from 16 to 20, bottom of the barrel scum. Among them was Wells, a level 21 Grand Knight, and leading the party was a fire mage, Serena. Level 18. 9 Waterloos began powering up, lightning crackling all around him. His eyes glowed blood red, terrifying to behold. Then, without warning, 9 shot into the sky, immediately drawing the attention of the mercenaries below. We've found it. The dragon's up in the sky. Wells caught sight of him and bellowed. Form up, surround it, prepare for battle. Strangely, only the mage Serena Ludi stayed calm. Observing carefully, she muttered to herself, is that really the same stupid black dragon? Why does it feel different from before? Serena raised a hand to stop the others. Wait, everyone, something's not right here. Wells sneered. Coward. He added, ignore her. If she'd just used the binding spell back in Anria's square, we'd have already caught that dumb black dragon. Serena clenched her fists, furious, but there wasn't much she could do. Wells then pointed his sword toward T9. The dragon's heading west. After it, Serena's eyes narrowed. She frowned. West? Why would it fly out of the deep forest like that? Unless it's hiding its treasure out there and trying to lure us all in the wrong direction? Smiling slyly, Serena Ludi covered her mouth, amused by her own deduction. High above, T9 glanced down at the people below and scoffed. Bunch of trash. Then he dove straight at the mercenaries and began wiping them out. They screamed helplessly as they fell one by one, seeing his men die so quickly. Wells leapt up with a shout. Die, monster! But he had underestimated T9. The slash from his sword didn't even leave a scratch on the black dragon. Wells froze. No, not even a scratch? Realizing the attack had zero effect, T9 turned mockingly. That itch on my back. Turns out it was just a flea. Wells turned bright red with rage. Unable to do anything, he could only mutter. How is this happening? T9 Waterloos responded by spewing a glob of slimy green goo straight at him. Think about it in your next life. Loser, he said, as the green slime hit. Wells's head was simply gone. Only the body remained. Seeing such a horrifying sight, the rest of the mercenaries dropped all pride. Each of them grabbed their heads and fled in all directions. The Grand Knight's dead, one screamed. Oh my God, run, another shouted. T9 Waterloos swung his tail and caught a few of the fleeing soldiers. You think you can escape from me? I need those system points, he said gleefully. Only one managed to get away, darting out of sight under the gaze of the black dragon. T9 sighed. Whatever, I'll let that one go. But something felt off. He looked around, puzzled. Wait, someone's missing. Then it hit him. Serena Ludi wasn't there. Panic set in, and T9 flew back toward the cave. Once inside, he spotted her. Serena was tending to Hannah Hathaway, using healing magic. Seeing him approach, Serena shouted, "Stay back, you evil dragon." She cast a binding spell to hold him in place. After finishing the chant, she panted heavily and groaned. So tired. Ironically, T9 had already used up all his dragon breath earlier, and now couldn't break free of her spell. Damn it. What the hell is this? Crap, I'm screwed. Out of dragon breath, he muttered. Shouldn't have gone all out earlier. Serena, watching him struggle helplessly, giggled with amusement. It looked like she was planning something. T9 Waterloos got caught in the magic net cast by Serena. He panicked, flailing around and letting out a sharp screech. Furious, he roared, "I've had it, you crazy woman." With one final burst of strength, the net tore apart into countless fluttering shreds. He then slammed Serena to the ground with his sharp iron dragon claws. His face twisted in fury. "Speak," he shouted. "Who sent you? Why won't you answer?" Then he paused and thought. Right, I can't even speak human language right now. He asked the system, "How many system points do I need to upgrade my vocal cords?" The system dinged. Report. Vocal cord transformation requires 300 system points. Current balance, 280 points. New feature available. System loan service. Interest rate, 50%. Would you like to try? T9 was stunned. 50%? Are you robbing me or running a bank? The system replied mechanically. This system cannot engage in morally unethical conduct. Resigned, T9 grumbled. Fine, whatever. Guess I've got no other option right now. System, upgrade my vocal cords. Ding. Vocal cords successfully modified. 20 system points borrowed. Repayment due, 30 system points. With his new voice, T9 roared once more at Serena. "Speak, who sent you people? And what's your objective?" Serena was stunned. "You can talk?" He growled. "I don't have much patience left." Serena hesitated, then finally spilled the beans. We're a mercenary group hired by King Anrius to hunt you down. The goal is to strengthen the prince's body." To strengthen? T9 narrowed his eyes. "Yes," Serena said nervously. "The prince, he has, issues in bed. To fully cure him, he needs to consume the heart of a dragon. And the dragon's sacred essence." T9 exploded with rage. "Not just my heart, but also my Longtian? That old dog of a king. Somewhere else." King Anrius sneezed violently. Enraged, he shouted at his soldiers. "What do you mean you still haven't found that black dragon? What good are you all? I've been feeding you for nothing." A soldier stammered. Grandmaster Mercant said, "The dragon crossed the Morrigan plains and entered the Silver Forest." It's only in the adolescent stage, so it likely can't go deeper into the moonlit mountains. But if we want to track it with magic, it'll cost a lot of resources. The king growled. Cost what? The soldier gulped. Grandmaster Mercant says he wants more money. Damn that greedy old man. Can't he see my kingdom's the size of a nostril? It's not even 1/10 the land of Marquis Eleland. I already gave him 3.000 gold lions. 3.000. Fine, give him 500 more. That's it. If he doesn't like it, forget the whole thing. Yes, your majesty. Meanwhile, deep inside a dark, drafty cave, Serena was tied to the wall. Across from her, a shadowy dragon figure was doing something suspicious. Turns out, 29 was just checking his stash of potions. Holy Light Potion. Boosts thinking speed. Has resistance. Healing Potion. Restores health. Has resistance. He walked over to Serena, looked her over, and asked, "You know how to heal, right?" Serena glared defiantly. "So what if I do? I'd rather die than heal a dragon like you." He raised a claw, its sharp talons glinting in the dim light. Serena squeezed her eyes shut, ready to meet her doom. But then, the ropes binding her snapped. 29 grabbed her by the nape and carried her over to where Anna lay injured. "Heal her," he ordered. Serena panicked. "Do you even know she's not a real princess?" "I know," 29 replied calmly. "Of course I know," he thought. Even an idiot could tell she's not full human. Who the hell gives birth to a half-beast girl with 2 ears like that? Serena stared at him. "Then why are you saving her?" 29 flushed. "I can't exactly say it's because she's an SSR. Right." He fumbled for a believable reason. Because we're best friends." "Yeah, totally best friends. Her affection rating is at 90. That has to count as best friends, right?" he mused. Serena gave him a look of disbelief. "You're saving her just because you're best friends?" Dang. Affection plus 20. Character profile unlocked. Name: Serena Ludi. Age: 19. Rating: SSS. Race: human. Status: healthy. Affinity: dark magic. Current affection: -30. 29 gawked. "What the hell? Dang. System point balance: -30. Anna's affection: 90. Serena's affection: -30. After glancing through Serena Ludi's character info, 29 froze in place. SSS rank? Thank the heavens he didn't convert her into system points earlier. Serena, having caught a bit of his mumbling, asked, "S what?" 29 waved it off awkwardly. "Ah, nothing. Forget it." He quickly changed the subject. "How's Anna doing?" Serena lifted a finger and shook her head solemnly. "Not great. Her injuries are serious. One healing potion isn't nearly enough." "What do you need then?" he asked. "I need a clean and safe place. Proper supplies, food, medicine, and a skilled cleric." 29's face crumpled in despair. A cleric? That's what they called healing-type mages. He opened his jaws and roared in frustration. "If I knew a damn cleric, I wouldn't be asking you." Serena crossed her arms coolly. "I never claimed to be a professional healer." Right then, just as tension flared again, Anna Hathaway suddenly opened her eyes and cut in. "You two, please don't fight. Just being alive right now is a miracle. Thank you, mighty dragon. I'm really okay, I promise." 29 brightened instantly, stumbling over his words. Anna Hathaway? You're awake?" She was sitting on the damp floor, her hands and feet still shackled. A system notification popped up. Alert. NPC emotional stability compromised. Recommend comforting. 29's expression twisted as he read it. His eyes glinted mischievously as he muttered. If that's the case. His form expanded, scales, wings, fangs, fully transformed into a mighty black dragon. He lunged forward and gulped Anna straight into his mouth. "Hey," Serena screamed. "She said she was fine. That doesn't mean you should eat her." Turns out, he wasn't eating her, just biting through the chains. He spat her out gently and thought grimly. What the hell are these shackles made of? They're as heavy as she is. Seems King Anrius had spared no expense trying to capture him. I need to find shelter, fast. Anna, now completely soaked in dragon spit, looked down at herself. Amazingly, her wounds were gone. Dragon saliva, high-tier natural healing agent. She looked up, confused. Great dragon, what are you planning to? Before she could finish, 29 clamped his jaws around the backs of both girls' collars and hoisted them into the air. "Put me down, you scaly freak," Serena shrieked. 29 calmly replied, "This place isn't safe anymore. We need to move, and don't say stuff like that again." Anna blushed furiously, drenched from head to toe. "Why yes, great dragon. Dang, affection plus 10, current affection, 100. Achievement unlocked. First NPC at 100 affection. Reward. plus 1000 system points. Sometime later, after finding a temporary safe haven, the trio sat together. Both girls' faces were flushed, breathing heavily. So warm, smells so good. I can't take it anymore, they both muttered. But no, this wasn't what it looked like. They were eating grilled meat. Juicy, tender, deliciously spiced meat. Life, this is what it's about. Their moment of bliss was interrupted by the sound of synchronized marching in the distance. 1 2, 1 2, 1 2, 1 2. Out from the trees marched a bizarre creature, man-shaped but with the head of a dog. Behind him trailed 500 similarly freakish kobold warriors. The lead kobold suddenly raised a paw. Stop, something's here. To9 saw the strange dog-headed army and broke into a cold sweat. What kind of freak show is this now? One of them sniffed the air. Then, as if in slow motion, a giant claw hovered over his head. The kobold looked up, face pale, eyes wide. He saw To9. Instantly, his eyes sparkled with fanboy obsession. He dashed around To9 like a puppy high on sugar. Oh my stars, a real-life dragon. I can't believe it, a dragon. Drooling with awe, he dropped to the ground and licked the dirt. Great Dragon Lord, I am Kobold, of the Shattered Fang clan. I beg to serve under your glorious wings. We'll live and die for you. Woof. System info. Kobold, Poracle, Shattered Fang Tribe, Level 7, Class 1, Affection. 80, Worship. Physically weak, always moves in groups, blindly worships dragons. His 500 dog-headed followers saw their alpha submit, and they too dropped to the ground, groveling in unison. To9 looked around at the army of kobold weirdos and sighed. You're all so weak. What good would you be as my subordinates? The kobold wagged his tail like a propeller, eyes gleaming. Even if we're weak, we can polish your scales, build you a majestic nest. We can sniff out rare mineral veins. All treasures shall belong to you. To9 was speechless. What's in these guys' heads? They're not afraid they'll end up as cannon fodder? But after thinking it over, he decided, fine, why not? Alright, we'll see how useful you can be. I want a clean, spacious lair, now. Can you handle that? Yes sir. The kobold barked with enthusiasm, and sprinted off on all fours. This way, master. To9, Anna, and Serena followed behind. Turns out, the kobold's royal palace was just his tribe's village. But it was surprisingly well equipped. Bread, roasted meat, fruit, all laid out. 2 sturdy houses with smoke curling from chimneys stood nearby. The kobold beamed. Master, this is the Shattered Fang Tribe, the birthplace of your mighty kingdom. Woof. System update. System points. 970 affection. Anna Hathaway. 100 affection. Serena Ludi. -30. Because of the warm welcome from the Shattered Fang Tribe, To9 decided to accept their loyalty. Standing proudly before the tribe, he raised his voice. From this day forward, I, To9 Waterloo's Petunic, accept your allegiance. By the honor of dragons, I vow to protect you and grant you a peaceful life. The tribe erupted in joyful cheers, shouting in unison, oh yeah. Then To9 turned to Poracle, who was kneeling earnestly and asked, Poracle, do you wish to become part of my family? Poracle nodded eagerly. Master, that is all I've ever wished for. Without hesitation, To9 nervously extended one claw and smiled awkwardly to himself. Man, this formal stuff is so embarrassing. He gently touched the center of Poracle's forehead with his claw, causing a trickle of fresh blood to appear. Suddenly, the blood droplets slowly solidified into a glowing red gem. Just then, some kobolds came rushing in from outside, all sporting fresh wounds on their heads. Surprised, To9 asked, Poracle, what happened to these guys? Isn't your tribe just these kobolds? Poracle dropped to his knees, burying his face as he sobbed. Master, you had to take charge of us. He then recounted what had happened, not long ago. Their tribe was attacked by a swarm of etercaps and their spider minions. The monsters had taken over their territory and seized their mine. Poracle pointed at his injured tribe members standing nearby, saying, I led part of the tribe to escape here and start anew. To9's eyes widened in shock. Etercaps? The mine? He grinned mysteriously and stroked his chin thoughtfully. A mine means wealth. Wealth means I can buy healing potions to keep Anna alive. Plus, I get to sleep on a pile of gold. After some thought, he looked at Poracle and asked, Poracle, where exactly was your tribe before? And how many etercaps are we talking about? Poracle quickly replied, reporting, Master, 5 etercaps are holding the silver ore. They're brutal. His face grew serious recalling the memory. Especially, they love to suck marrow. Each etercap has a kind of flute-like tentacle that controls the spiders. As for how many spiders they control, I don't know. To9 immediately queried the system. System, do you have a stat sheet on etercaps? The system responded. Target not yet investigated. No information available. Recommend host purchase Monster Encyclopedia for detailed info and weaknesses. A blue book with a yellow eye appeared on the system screen. Without hesitation, To9 confirmed. Buy. Purchase successful. System points deducted, 900. Seeing the huge number, To9 went berserk, biting the system interface like a madman. 900? For a lousy book? You're ripping me off. System. The system calmly replied. Please remain calm. Host. Knowledge is power. To9 ignored the platitude. Give me my points back. No refunds on sold items. Came the unbothered reply. To9 was devastated, tears streaming down his face as he moaned. No, my system points. Anna Hathaway, confused, asked. Giant dragon, are you alright? Between sobs, he answered. It's nothing, just a tough problem. I couldn't handle it. After a moment of despair, To9 steadied himself and examined the etercap info. The book described. Asterisk appearance, muscular body. Can walk upright. Asterisk eyes, double layered. Asterisk teeth, sharp and poisonous. Asterisk alignment, evil. Asterisk level, 28. Asterisk rank, tier 3 magical beast. Asterisk traits, spider control. Afraid of fire. Shell provides defense. Resists water attacks. Reading this, he wiped sweat from his brow. Thinking, what a terrifying look. My dragon breath's acid won't work. Melee means getting swarmed by spiders. If only I could convert my breath into fire. But how do I get system points for that? His eyes landed on a system entry. Basic furnace. Used to modify poison glands. Converting acid to lava. Produces toxic molten lava breath. Cost. 1000 system points. Basic dragon breath reserve. Modify poison gland cells to speed up breath recharge. Cost. 1000 system points. A new idea sparked. He said to Poracle, Poracle, are there any human bandits or mercenary groups nearby? Maybe something called the Black Beast? Poracle was startled but answered. Master, recently there are 2 bandit gangs. The mercenary group nearby is the Blood Wolf. But no Black Beast. To9 immediately ordered. Good, gather half the kobold warriors. We're scouting those bandits. Poracle wagged his tail happily. Yes, master. In To9's mind, enemy forces equals high system points. Bandits usually stick together, a perfect place to farm points. He turned to Anna Hathaway and Serena Ludi. Anna, you two stay here safe and wait for me. Anna nodded. Giant dragon, come back soon. Serena crossed her arms, still looking sullen. HMPH, got it. Seeing Serena's attitude, To9 bent down, eyes narrowed. Warning, don't even think about running away. She stammered, then smiled awkwardly. Ha ha, why would I do that? Scene shift. Silvermoon Forest. Stormfang Bandit Camp. 2 lookouts stood at the watchtower. Binoculars trained far away. One said, that's the boss. Open the gates. The massive gates swung open just as 3 horse-drawn wagons raced inside. Inside the camp, the boss, a burly man with a beard, raised his mug and shouted. Brothers, let's toast to a bountiful haul. Drink up. The men cheered. Do. Cheers. One of them stood up and said, Boss, this haul's a jackpot. We're all set for the month. As he finished, 4 men carried a huge chest forward. The boss asked curiously, what's that? It's a gift for you. Boss, replied a henchman. Before the boss could inspect it, another subordinate burst in, shouting, Boss, a black dragon is heading our way. Startled, the boss spun around, yelling, what? Outside the camp gates, To9 unleashed his dragon power. Trampling everything in sight, the bandits panicked and scattered. At the same time, the system alerted. System points. 70 Anna's affection, 100. From To9's mouth, thick streams of sticky acid saliva kept spraying down onto the bandits, causing them to scream in pain. Ah, my eyes. Help, my legs. Someone save me. I don't want to die. He flew up high, admiring the destruction he had wrought. Everywhere he stepped had collapsed. Below, dust and smoke rose thickly, mixed with the terrified cries of the bandits. To9 ascended even higher, then spat out more acid slime, making the gang leader so terrified he almost wet his pants. It's the black dragon. Scatter, scatter. Before he could finish, the acid droplets burned his entire body, blinding him completely. It hurts. I can't see a thing. Meanwhile, in another direction, the Toei Nha tribe warriors chased down the fleeing bandits with knives, driving them to scream in terror. Looking over the bodies of the fallen bandits scattered on the ground, Poracle was moved to tears. feeling fortunate to finally have avenged his tribe's fallen kin. We won, we won. The system then appeared with a congratulatory message. Congratulations, host. You have earned 1.120 system points from this battle. The entire Toei Nha tribe leapt with joy, tears streaming, shouting, Great Dragon Master, we have won. The system continued, collecting spoils. After surveying the scene, Poracle hurried over to D9 and reported, Master, there are many chests here. Probably loot the bandits stole. We've taken everything. D9 smiled and nodded. Good work, bring it all back to our refuge. But then his eyes lit up, catching sight among sacks of flour, money, apples, and gold coins, a large crate full of transformation potions. Transformation potions? He picked up one bottle. Examining it carefully, the system displayed the item info. Low-level transformation potion, grants non-human creatures the ability to take human form. Retaining 10% of original strength. Duration, 1 hour. His eyes gleamed as he stared at the miraculous bottle, thinking to himself, with this potion, I can transform into human shape and sneak back to Anna and the others. Heh. In his mind, he already pictured himself in human form, being praised by Anna Hathaway and Serena Ludi. Please accept my humble kneeling. You're so handsome. Forgive my past mistakes. May I kiss your toes? But then a worry struck him. Wait. If I count by dragon years, I'm still basically a teenager. What if I turn into a bratty kid? Oh no. Setting that aside, he quickly uncorked the bottle and downed it in one gulp. Oh well, whatever happens, happens. It only lasts an hour anyway, I can switch back. Almost immediately, a strange aura surrounded D9's body, and the system notified. You have used the transformation potion. Changing form, he was enveloped in a cocoon-like shell resembling an egg, which cracked open after just a second. D9 emerged from the shell, beaming brightly, completely forgetting he was naked. Pericle's eyes nearly popped out of his head. Master, why are you like that? Realizing his nudity, D9 blushed furiously and frantically covered his manhood. System, where are my clothes? The system responded calmly. Please wait a moment. Host, due to the rapid transformation, clothing assets are still loading. After a short wait, clothes finally materialized on D9's body. He looked at his reflection in a nearby pool of water and couldn't help but admire himself. Who's this handsome devil? Almost as good looking as me in my past life. Back then, I was worried about the differences between humans and dragons. But now, no problem. 6 hours is plenty of time. After his little self-love session, he turned to Poracle and asked, Poracle, is everything packed up? Poracle was struggling with a heavy chest, trembling all over, reporting, Master, just this last chest left. Seeing the situation stabilized, D9 transformed back into his black dragon form and said, Alright, let's return to the dragon's lair. In his mind, he mused, I was right, with this potion, I can switch between human and dragon forms at will during the hour. Cut to the lair. Outside the cave hung a mysterious sign written in strange runes. Inside, Anna Hathaway and some injured kobolds sat resting. Serena Ludi watched Anna, thinking to herself, now's the perfect chance to run away. As she moved to leave, Anna looked up with a puzzled expression. Sis Serena, where are you going? Caught. Serena nervously turned back, wiping sweat from her brow. Just wandering around a bit. She sighed heavily, thinking, what now? The dragon hunt failed. The mercenary squad got wiped out. I don't even deserve the lowest rank of wizard's apprentice anymore. Lost in these thoughts, she was startled by Anna's sudden call. Sis Serena, come here quickly. Look what I found. Anna was pointing to a bunch of newly hatched kobold eggs, with adorable little kobold hatchlings climbing all over her. She laughed joyfully. Serena stared in confusion. Anna, aren't you scared after being caught by a dragon? Anna shrugged calmly. Sis Serena, the great dragon is actually very gentle. At that, Serena felt her heart skip a beat, thinking, gentle? A dragon? Suddenly, a kobold shouted from outside, they're back. Serena barely had time to react before D9's group returned. She gasped, how did they get back so fast? The system displayed. Current system points, 1.190. Anna's affection, 100. Serena's affection, -30. Outside the dragon's lair, D9 was happily running inside after a big victory. Smiling and shouting, I'm back. At that moment, he temporarily shifted into his dragon form to extend the transformation time. Just as he was enjoying the moment, out of nowhere, a moon-shaped staff shot straight at his face, hitting him before he could react. Furious, he grabbed the staff and shook it wildly, shouting, what's this madness? It's me, D9. Then suddenly, He froze, eyes wide open at what he saw. Before him lay a wounded kobold rolling on the ground. Nearby was a chaotic scene. Like a fierce battle had just taken place, with webs covering every branch. What caught Denine's attention most was Serena Ludi, severely injured. Clothes torn to shreds. Hugging herself tightly, she whispered weakly to Nine. Before collapsing from exhaustion, she managed to say one more thing. Anna was taken by those spider monsters. Startled, Nine rushed over and caught her in his arms. She looked up at him with fearful, trembling eyes and stammered apologies. "I'm sorry. It's my fault. I couldn't protect Anna." In her mind, she felt worthless, like a failure no matter where she was, in the mercenary team or anywhere else. Always messing things up, but surprisingly, from her point of view, Nine was like a gentle dragon, softly stroking her head and comforting her. "It's okay. You've done well. I'm the one who failed to protect everyone." The system then popped up. Serena Ludi's affection +50. Current affection, 20. Congratulations, host. You have successfully bonded with the NPC. Affection has reached Phase 1 requirements. You have unlocked Tears of the Benevolent ability and gained 2.000 system points. Having just received the points, Nine quickly looked at the system menu and said, "System, I want to exchange for basic furnace upgrade and basic dragon breath reserve." The system replied, "Exchange successful. 2.000 system points deducted. This upgrade will be very painful. Please protect your throat." No sooner had the system finished speaking than blood spurted from Nine's throat like a fountain. Serena Ludi gasped in horror. Eyes wide, mouth open. "You're bleeding." But Nine quickly steadied himself and wiped the blood from his mouth, saying, "Still holding up fine." After the upgrade, he turned to Poracle and asked, "Poracle, led me to the etercap lair. They dared to capture my SSR. I'll send them straight to the afterlife." Obediently, Poracle guided him deep into the Silver Moon Forest until they reached a clearing. "Master, this is where the etercaps raise their spider brood, and the mine ahead is our old home. Stolen by them." Looking at the lair, Nine said, "Good, increase speed. Let's storm the mine. No time to pick them off one by one." Poracle responded, "Yes, master." After planning, Nine spread his great wings and took off, but before he could fly high, a giant spider web suddenly wrapped around him, startling him wide-eyed. He was ambushed, tangled tightly in webs, unable to move or escape. The spiders closed in, shooting webs at his head to restrain him further. Seeing the danger, Nine stretched his dragon neck and breathed a powerful flame, incinerating the giant spiders around him. The system reported, killed 57 giant spiders, gained 312 system points. Filled with killing intent, his eyes blazing, Nine charged straight into the etercap lair. After clearing out the monsters, he angrily grabbed one creature by the head, which was swollen from his blows, and demanded, "Where's the girl you took?" When the creature answered with a weak, "Chi-chi-chi," Nine immediately stomped it to death. Without delay, he took the creature's head and followed its directions to a huge cave door. He shifted back into human form to sneak inside. Seeing the scene, he shouted in shock, "Anna, so that's why I transformed into a handsome human form, to meet Anna Hathaway." Anna was tightly bound in thick webs. Seeing him, she whispered, "Great Dragon Lord." The system flashed again. System points, 1.190. Anna Hathaway affection, 100. Serena Ludi affection, 20. Anna Hathaway's face flushed bright red. She leaned forward and took a deep breath, instantly recognizing a familiar scent. It was the scent of the Dragon Lord himself. Without hesitation, Nine rushed over and carefully removed the sticky webs. Helping her down, being carried by Nine, Anna shyly whispered, "Great Dragon Lord, thank you for coming to save me." In her mind, she thought, "Wow, dragon form or human form. He's still ridiculously handsome." Noticing the beauty staring at him so intently, Nine struck his coolest pose and said, "To me, you are very important. I will definitely come to save you. Got it?" Anna quickly replied, "Yes." The system then popped up. Anna Hathaway's affection +100. Current affection, 200. Intimate level reached. Congratulations, host. You have unlocked intermediate possession. You may now strengthen special skills immediately. Strengthening complete. Congratulations, host. You received 3.000 system points for intermediate possession. Based on restoring the prey's physical state, this will boost your strength and accelerate your body's growth, unhindered by age. Seeing the huge number appear, Nine grinned like a kid, eyes sparkling. 3,000 points. NPCs really pay off more than farming monsters. But just as he was reveling, A thought struck him. He stroked his chin thoughtfully. Wait, how did she recognize me so easily? Anna smiled and answered, no matter what form you take, I can recognize you at first sight. After chatting a bit, he helped her back to the dragon lair. Once home, he kept feeding her healing potions, constantly urging, drink up to recover your body. Here's some restoration medicine, herbal therapy. Remember to take it on time. The system popped up again. Affection +1+1+1. Vitality +1+1+1. System points deducted, 50. 100. 200. Seeing the system points decrease so quickly, To9 rubbed his chin, pondering. Affection increases too slowly. He didn't notice Serena Ludi standing nearby, furious, yelling, hey, this is medicine, not soda. Who lets you drink it all willy-nilly? Hearing the word, soda, a new idea sparked into Nine's mind. Sweet. Maybe there's candy in the loot stash. That could help with the medicine. Without hesitation, he dashed to rummage through the loot from the bandits. After searching through everything, no candy was found. But then he noticed a chest that looked different from the rest. This one's definitely special, he thought, and rushed over to open it. What he saw made his jaw drop, not an item, but a stunningly hot girl tied up inside the chest. She looked up with tear-filled eyes, her mouth gagged with a rag. The system instantly displayed info about her. Name: Evelyn, age, 17, rank, A-level race, human status, fearful. Panicked, oxygen-deprived talent. Water element magic current affection, -50, fear. Seeing her, To9 couldn't help but blurt out, what the hell is this? Serena Ludi, noticing his stunned expression, ran over and slapped him hard on the shoulder, scolding, you pervy dragon, you filthy pervert. Anna Hathaway, drawn by the loud noise, walked over with a puzzled face. Great Dragon Lord, Sister Serena, what's going on? Serena quickly covered Anna's eyes, saying, kids shouldn't see this. But barely moments later, both Serena and Anna were peeking curiously into the chest. To9 rubbed his sore face, protesting, hey, it's not like I did anything. Of course, they didn't believe him. They backed away with horrified faces. He looked confused and asked, what's with these looks? Ask her yourself. The gag was removed, and Evelyn screamed furiously, you damn pervert, let me go. Serena immediately ran to cover her with a large blanket, soothing her. All right, calm down now. Anna stared at To9 suspiciously, her gaze questioning. See, look at you. Her affection dropped by 1 points. Feeling falsely accused, To9 teared up, turning to Poracle. Poor me, what did you tell them? Poracle? Poracle replied obediently, Master, you ordered me to load everything onto the cart. Suddenly, To9 recalled seeing Poracle struggling to lift the chest earlier. I had no idea what was inside then. At the same time, a mighty will swept across the world. The system flashed an urgent notice, making To9 jump. The gamble begins. Attention. All souls in this world will be digitized. Selected hunters and killers will gradually level up. Chosen ones will be sent to all starter villages in the prime material plane. World quest forming. Starter village forming. Countdown. 3 days. Chosen ones appearing soon. Above Serena Ludi and Anna Hathaway. Their HP bars were visible. The system continued. System points: 4.452. Anna affection, 200. Serena affection, 20. Evelyn affection, -50. To9's eyes widened in shock at the system notification. Anna, did you too see that? Serena barely glanced over, replying indifferently, yeah, saw a filthy pervy dragon. To9 immediately jumped up, objecting, I wasn't talking about that. He furrowed his brows, looking puzzled and thoughtful. System, the gamble, what exactly is the chosen? Why are there even starter villages? Am I in reality or inside some game? At that moment, the system announced, Ding privilege unlocked. The host's current world is reality, but due to influence from certain materials, it has become semi-game-like, a gamble tied to the fate of this world. If the host fails to eliminate all players, the consequences will be unimaginable. To9's expression flickered between horror and surprise. Eliminate players? What kind of joke is this? Players are supposed to be people who live and play the game. Right? I've never heard of any country developing a reality-based game, but now, this whole world is somehow gamified. The system continued. Ding players come from Cerulean Star, a world highly advanced in gaming technology, somewhat like the homeworld of the Dragon Lord's mother. To9 fell into deep thought. A parallel star system, so no psychological pressure there. It's not even my homeland. Still, should we be eliminating players? They can respawn, right? The system answered. Ding players can respawn, but each respawn time doubles. The first death, 5 seconds. Second death, 10 seconds. Third death, 20 seconds. And so on, until the deadline ends. To9 did some quick math. Alright, so less than 23 deaths and a player has to wait over a year to respawn. He quickly regained his composure and smirked. Even if they keep coming back after a year, the next death will take 2 years to revive. Meanwhile, I'll keep growing stronger. As long as I don't die. The players will only get weaker. Not too hard. After all, I'm a dragon, though I haven't done much yet. Curious. To9 asked the system. What about the NPCs in this world? Can they respawn too? The system dashed his hope. Sorry, according to the rules, NPCs cannot respawn. To9 gaped, shocked. What kind of unfair rule is that? Players get infinite revivals, but NPCs have to pay with their lives every fight? This isn't a game, it's an invasion. A system screen appeared showing a balanced scale. On one side was a dragon, on the other, human warriors. It could be interpreted as balance. But the defenders were actually far stronger than the players. The strength scale wasn't unbalanced, only different in nature. Also, the losing side was predetermined to be wiped out. To9 clenched his fist angrily and punched a tree trunk. Wipe out? On what grounds? So this world is just turned into a game? Have you even asked the vetted people if they agree? You're playing with their lives like toys. Suddenly, a surge of power burst from To9's heart, transforming him instantly back into his dragon form. Anna worriedly asked, Great Dragon Lord, you reverted to your old form. To9's voice had a hint of disbelief. The medicine wore off already? I didn't even get to use it properly. Wasted 6 bottles. Hoo. Anna comforted him gently. Don't be mad. We just asked around and found out everything. It was those bandits' fault. Not yours. To9 groaned. No, it's not about that. Suddenly, he noticed what Anna was wearing and his eyes lit up. Why are you dressed like that? Anna blushed. My clothes were all torn. So Serena found a chest of clothes and I changed. To9 shouted, making Serena, who was joking with Evelyn, freeze. Serena, why didn't I know you had such a weird hobby before? Both girls were wearing tight, sexy animal print outfits. Serena replied, it's for camouflage, you know. To9 glanced at Evelyn, thinking, she's only an A- rank. Can't even reach S, might as well turn her into system points. But seeing her cute look, he relented. Never mind, it's not worth many points anyway. Better keep her as a pet. He spent system points buying some outrageously priced dresses. They looked nice, but honestly a bit over the top. He handed them to the 3 girls, who were all thrilled with their new outfits. Wow. To9 turned away, deep in thought. Maybe I'm the only one in this world who realizes it's become a game. If fate gave me this ability to see these things, maybe it's a hint to use it against the players. He stood up from the rock and said loudly, I can't afford to be careless anymore. His eyes burning with determination. He asked those nearby, Poracle, tell me everything you know about the monster factions around here. Make me a rough map if you can. I want to unite them all. Poracle immediately obeyed. Yes, master. The system showed current stats. System points. 3.852 Anna's affection. 210 Serena's affection. 30 newcomers' affection. -40. The system displayed a summary of To9's profile. Name. To9 Waterloo's gender. Male race. Black dragon, mutated, level. 30, rank 30. Tier 21 to 30, health. 60.000, constitution times 100, strength. 300 attack. 5.000, strength times 20, constitution. 600 armor. 6.000, constitution times 10, spirit. 150 magic resistance. 1.500, spirit times 10. Skills. Asterisk mutated dragon breath. Asterisk primitive hunting. Asterisk dragon's might. Asterisk might. Asterisk seize. Asterisk tears of the wise, passive. Asterisk experience resonance. Gain 50% of experience from subordinates and family. Note. The 5 main attributes can be improved through normal training or by leveling up. To9 studied the data thoughtfully. Natives killing natives don't grant experience points, only killing players does. But players aren't restricted like that. The more natives there are, the more opportunities players get to level up. It was like a dangerous chess game, a battle between 2 sides with very unequal resources. The unseen masterminds on both sides wanted to force the players and natives into a fight where only one side survives. To9 asked the system. Attributes can be improved through training, right? That might be our advantage. He turned to a nearby cleaner and called out, You there, come here. The man obediently bowed. Great master. Huck pledges his strength to you. The system immediately showed Huck's profile. Name. Huck. Gender. Male. Race. Kobold, subordinate of Black Dragon. Level 4, rank 1. Tier 1 to 10, health. 800 strength. 4 attack, 80 constitution, 8 armor. 80 spirit. 1 magic resistance. 10. Skills. Asterisk setting traps. Asterisk den design. Asterisk mining. Asterisk garbage collecting. Asterisk howling. Asterisk reckless fighting. Asterisk playing dead. To 9 sighed in disappointment. Weak, pathetic beyond belief. He bared his fangs and commanded. Run around the cave for half an hour. No breaks. Not a single second of rest. If you stop, I'll eat you. Huck panicked but nodded. Yes, master. He ran until he was exhausted. Gasping. Master. Great. Master. Huck. Done running. At that moment, the system updated. Health. 810 strength. 4 attack. 80 constitution. 8.1 armor. 81 spirit. 1 magic resistance. 10. To 9 nodded approvingly. Training really does improve attributes. Just then, Anna and the others approached. Great Dragon Lord, we've changed clothes. Do you think they look good? To 9 imagined how the girls would charm others with those outfits. Hey handsome, want to train and get stronger? He chuckled, saliva dripping as Anna gave him a teasing look. Nice, give me 100 people like this. A subordinate brought out a map the previous day and said, Master, this is a map of the Silver Moon Forest, drawn by the previous clan leader. It marks the Gnawl, Cockatrice, Fire Rabbit, Kobold, and Boar tribes. To 9 thought carefully. Each of these monsters has its own leader. He turned to his subordinate. Poracle, gather all the kobolds for me. Tell them to bring their gear. We have something very important to do. In Silver Moon Forest, the Fire Rabbit leader, level 3, Cockatrice leader, level 7, and Boar leader, level 9, were all defeated one after another by D9. He looked at them and said, You don't have to fear me eating you. He continued, according to what I've been told, this world is facing an enormous threat, so we must unite. Silver Moon Forest is our home. Take up your weapons and fight back. Drive away these wretched enemies. The system announced. Detecting host giving speech. Passive skill activated, Tears of the Wise. Suddenly, all the creatures burst into emotional tears. Wow, that was inspiring. Long live the great lord. We are one family. To 9 froze in surprise. Oh, so this is how Tears of the Wise works. It's the protagonist's speech skill. Whatever the protagonist says, everyone believes it. Wait, damn, I feel like some kind of multi-level marketing guru now. A Fire Rabbit asked, Great Black Dragon Lord, how should we fight these enemies? We are too weak. To 9 patiently replied, Good question. The next thing you must do is. He emphasized each word. Train the demons. The rabbits ran hundreds of laps. Some hung from trees doing thousands of pull-ups. The boars practiced charging and ramming down trees. To 9 looked up at the sky and thought, Just wait, I'm going to win this gamble. On Mercury Blue, the bustling crowd was moving back and forth when suddenly someone pointed to the sky. What is that? A giant hourglass appeared in the sky along with a booming announcement. The World Gamble Game has begun. Countdown. 315.359.998 seconds. Players like Daniel and Jason began to vanish one by one. My body. What's happening? They gasped. The system spoke. Players. You are free to invade this world as you see fit. You have 10 years. Brenny Jalton. Game rules. Rule 1. Once a player enters the game, they cannot log out until death. After death, they'll be sent to the World Square to await resurrection. Rule 2. The longer a player survives and the more missions they complete, the more invasion points they earn. Points can be used to buy daily necessities, resurrection time, and for trading. Rule 3. Treasure chests will randomly spawn throughout the world. They may contain loot such as invasion points, equipment, and other rewards, all of which can be traded. Rule 4. Initial resurrection time is 55 seconds. Each subsequent resurrection will double the time needed. Cherish your life. Rule 5. In-game time flows at a ratio of 1:10. If you die in the World Square, it's counted as a true death. Countdown. 315.359.997 seconds. In the Silver Moon Forest, a subordinate approached to 9, reporting, Master, our recent training has shown great results. Even the Blackwater Growl Python near Silver Moon Forest has joined us and is currently training. To 9 nodded in satisfaction. Good. Suddenly, the system screen flashed red, startling him. Alert. Incoming players detected. Newbie village initialization complete. World rules forming. World rules. Rule 1. All players are transported to various regions across the world. They have 1 week of protection in their respective newbie villages. Rule 2. During the protection phase, all native creatures that enter a newbie village area will be teleported away and have their related memories wiped. Rule 3. Treasure chest spawning has begun across the world. Newbie village number 1. Sakura Bloom has been established on the Morrigan Plains. Near Silvermoon Forest, suddenly, a treasure chest dropped right in front of T9. What the? I've been turned into a loot guardian? He peered inside. Huh? Empty. So these chests must just be reward containers. They only unlock when a player opens them. T9 fumed. Damn it, not only did I get Isekai'D into this world as some beast-like thing. Now I gotta babysit treasure too? He barked orders at his subordinates, Grey Wolf, Cobra, and the rest of you. If you find any more chests like this in the forest, bring them all here. All of them replied in unison, yes, master. Then he turned to another underling, Poracle. Bring me all the traps, poison, explosives, anything your kobold crew has cooked up. Poracle bowed. Understood, master. T9 muttered, system. Is there something like a world map? The system replied, host. After players arrived, the world map was updated. Unlocking it costs 10 system points. T9 chose to unlock it. The newbie village location popped up immediately. He rubbed his chin. Tisk. This is gonna be one lopsided war. Players start weak, but there's a ton of them. Now they even get 7 full days of total protection to build up. Then he smirked evilly. But based on my gaming experience, newbie players all share one fatal weakness, curiosity. In no time, his minions returned, reporting, master, all chests have been collected. T9 ordered, open them all, fill them with poison mist traps, explosives, and other deadly surprises, then hide them in the bushes around here. Make it look natural, don't make it obvious we planted them. One of them asked curiously, master, why go to such trouble? T9 gave a sly grin. Well, when guests come over, it's only polite to prepare something special, right? He chuckled wickedly. You want me to guard loot? Fine, ha. The system popped up again. Current system points. 3.842 affection levels. Anna. 210. Serena. 30. Evelyn. -40. T9 suddenly paused. Wait, why does my laugh sound exactly like a villain's? Meanwhile, on the Morrigan Plains, Daniel and Jason were sweating as they used their strength to haul bricks and build a house. Jason's system interface popped up. Construction quest activated. You currently have 100 units of wood and 100 units of stone available. He browsed through the system interface, world map, forum, party system, sensory adjustment, quest log, but no logout button. He froze. This is all real. A whole world turned into a game. Inside the dragon's den, Serena was practicing magic. Nearby, Evelyn rested her chin on her hand. Deep in thought, Big Sis must be furious. It's my fault for running away with that jerk Blade. Who would have thought that bastard would sell me to bandits just to save his own skin? She clenched her fists, fire in her eyes. If I ever see him again, I'll kill him with my own hands. Watching from the side, T9 shivered. Man, girls these days are terrifying. That glare alone could kill. He handed a cup of herbal tonic to Anna and gently said, Anna, don't be like them, okay? Drink this. Only then will you get strong and healthy. She accepted it with a bright smile. Thank you, Lord Dragon. Affection +10. Suddenly, a subordinate rushed in. Master, a brave one just exited that strange barrier. T9's face darkened. Oh, looks like someone couldn't sit still anymore. Time to start exploring the world. Huh? Near the Morrigan Plains, a cocky group of players strutted around. Man, can't believe leveling up is this easy. Just building a house got me to level 5. Another chimed in. Yeah, newbie village is boring as hell. If we head into the forest, maybe we'll find treasure or at least grind some monsters for XP. One guy hesitated, but leaving the newbie village is dangerous. Maybe we should head back? The others glared at him. Listen, we were generous enough to let you tag along. Don't want to go? Then stay behind. Wait out the 7 days and see how well you survive alone. And don't expect us to take you back later. Another sneered. Yeah, as long as you stick with us. If we get rice, you get soup. Get it? The nervous one quickly backed down. Alright. Then he noticed something nearby. Hey, I think there's a chest here. Guys. Their eyes lit up. Treasure chest. Jackpot. But as they opened them one by one, giant snakes, explosives, venomous bees. One guy swung his sword wildly at the swarming bees. What the hell is in these chests? He looked around. Where'd those two run off to? The nervous player crouched in a corner, shivering. Guys, where'd you go? Then, boom. To9 suddenly appeared. One of the players was so shocked. He fainted and died on the spot. System notification. Player killed, human. Plus 10 system points. To9 blinked. Wait, he died just from the scare? That's weak. The timid player screamed. Mommy, D-Dragon. One of To9's subordinates dragged him out. You there, show yourself. To9's aura surged with power. Who are you? Why have you intruded into our territory? The player trembled. I am just an adventurer. This is my first time here. To9 narrowed his eyes. You'd better not be lying. I'll take your head if you are. The player pleaded. I swear, I was just passing through. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. To9 waved it off. Is that so? Then don't go using any speed potions or burrow spells to run away. Alright? The warning triggered something in the player's memory. Speed potion. Right, I can buy that in the shop. He quickly spent 200 invasion points to purchase a speed potion and dashed off. A subordinate rushed over. Master, he's escaped. To9 just smirked. Hey, I knew he would. Let him run. Those 7 safe days are more than enough. He chuckled darkly. Enough for those players to build their own prison. The last surviving member of the group trudged away, thoroughly dejected. Damn it, rotten luck as always. Treasure chests my ass. Nothing but trash. Then she spotted a silver chest. Her eyes lit up. Wait, maybe my luck's turning around? System prompt. Silver chests require a silver key to open. Would you like to purchase one for 1.000 invasion points? She winced. A key? 1.000 points? Total rip-off. She grumbled. Normally in games, if you kill the monster guarding the chest, you get the key automatically? Just then, she saw the guardian, a fire rabbit leader. Level 3. Ha, a rabbit? Just level 3? This'll be easy. If I finish it off before the others get here, that chest, and everything inside, will be mine. With confidence, she raised her sword. Die, little bunny. Before she could swing, the rabbit roundhouse kicked her straight in the face. Gaw, mother. The rabbit transformed mid-air, becoming a bulky, muscle-bound beast. So you're the punk trying to loot my chest? Huh? Blood dripped from her nose. No. Sir, I swear I wasn't. She was pummeled into the dirt like a punching bag. What the hell? How is a level 3 this strong? This makes no sense. As she groaned, trying to crawl away, she thought, what do I do now? Maybe I should call for help. Then the rabbit spoke again. Open the chest, and maybe I'll let you live. Yes sir, right away sir. She shakily opened the system prompt. Used 1.000 invasion points to purchase silver key. She opened the chest. Boom. A bomb exploded and blew her to pieces. Back on the Morrigan Plains, players were steadily completing house building quests, receiving 500 to 1.000 invasion points. It's just like my dream house, one player exclaimed, gleefully admiring their cottage. Meanwhile, the lucky guy who had escaped earlier ran back. Gasping and wheezing, someone asked, dude, what happened to you? He panted, not good? There's what? A dragon. There's a dragon out there. Run, everyone, run. People around him froze. Oh, what now? Whispers spread rapidly. Did he just say dragon? Has that kid gone nuts? Is he serious? This is a newbie zone. Man, what kind of joke is this? But the guy insisted, pointing toward the forest. It's true, over there, in the woods. It even killed Gary. I had to burn 200 points just to chug a speed potion and escape. Gasps followed. The guy who first asked him calmed the crowd. If there really is a dragon and our newbie protection wears off, we're toast. We need to stop building houses and start building archer towers and walls. That's the only way to survive. A girl burst into tears. But this is my house. I built it myself. Back into Nine's cave, Serena and Evelyn sat, looking thoroughly depressed. To9 turned to Anna. What's wrong with those two? Anna replied, Sister Serena is frustrated because her magic training failed. And Evelyn, she's just thinking about murder. To9's eyes widened. Murder? He thought to himself. She said that while smiling. Crap, Anna's been corrupted. Then a group of his underlings arrived, dragging a pile of chests. Master, we brought back all the chests. After the players opened them, they left behind all the loot. They opened them one by one. One chest was filled with dried beef and smoked lamb legs. Another held a water-type Tier 1 mage skillbook, Glacial Spike. To9's jaw dropped. A purple rank item? Then he picked up another item, a glowing scroll. Blueprint. Fire arrow tower. Insufficient conditions. Cannot be used. Seeing the notification, To9 fell deep into thought. Can't use it? Does that mean only players can use it? Or is there some other condition? Just then, Serena Ludi caught sight of the skillbook. Her eyes lit up. A water element mage skillbook? She snatched it up and ran over to Denine. Brother Denine Tilda, can I pretty please have this book? She asked, flashing him a cutesy, pleading face. Denine hesitated for half a second. That face. How could he say no? Oh, of course. Be my guest, he stammered, looking at his goofy, love-struck expression, drooling. Even Serena looked at him in pure disgust. What's wrong with you? Getting horny or something? Then casually added, anyway, I'm just gonna borrow this book for a bit. MMK? Denine was left frozen in place. Horny? His face shifted from shock to fury. But he swallowed it down with great effort. Calm down. Calm down. Denine, she's an SSR. Let it go. SSR. Then a sudden realization struck him. His eyes widened. Oh, that's right. Just a moment ago, when Serena smiled and thanked him, he had gotten a notification. Serena Ludi's affection increased by +20. Now flying over the path leading to his dragon lair, Denine stopped at a mountaintop to check something. System check. Host is currently in an open area. Detected. Fire arrow tower blueprint, purple quality. Usable up to 5 times. Please designate a location to begin construction. Denine nodded. So as long as I'm outside the lair, it works just fine. He looked at the blueprint as it projected a holographic model of the tower into the air. This is just like the in-game building simulation. All I need is a clear patch of land. As he watched the virtual model spin, a detailed construction notice popped up. To build Fire Arrow Tower, 10 tons of stone, 10 tons of wood, 20 workers, 5 kilograms of food. Construction time, 12 hours. Worker race options. Human, plus 20% building speed. Kobold, plus 20% tower defense. Gnome, plus 20% tower mutation chance. Dwarf, plus 10% to all tower attributes. Note: workers must be physically brought to the site by the host. Once they enter the designated area, construction will begin automatically. After construction, workers will have all related memories erased and be returned. Reading the fine print, Denine muttered, "Wait, I have to personally bring the workers?" Down the slope, a figure was panting and struggling up the mountain. Finally, he reached the top, dropping to his knees. Poracle swears eternal loyalty. "Master, I've made it." Denine stood, looked at him, and shouted, "Poracle, go back down and gather 20 strong kobolds to help me build the Fire Arrow Tower." Poracle saluted. "Yes, master," but he had barely finished replying before collapsing flat on his face. Completely exhausted, Denine looked at him and felt a tiny twinge of guilt. Actually, it's fine to do it tomorrow morning." "Yeah?" Face pale and trembling, Poracle still managed to croak out, "Why yes, sir." Denine looked up at the starlit sky. "Anna and the others are probably resting by now." Back at the lair, serenity reigned. Serena and Evelyn were both fast asleep. As they dozed peacefully, Serena murmured in her sleep, "He. The greatest honor of a mage belongs to me, Tilda?" Next to her, Evelyn mumbled, "Die, pig, mom, dad, no?" Then came the sound of quiet sobbing, drawing Denine's attention. Unlike the other two, little Anna was curled up, crying softly. "Go away, demon." Denine frowned. Demon? But according to the monster encyclopedia, demons were completely wiped out 1,000 years ago. There shouldn't be any demons left. Suddenly, Anna's eyes flew open, glowing blood red. A village and the surrounding forest were engulfed in a raging sea of flames. 2 demons rampaged through the streets, attacking the villagers. A little girl stood trembling, her hands shaking uncontrollably in fear. Demons," she whimpered, tears streaming down her face. "Mom, Dad." Then she saw them. The 2 demons were her parents. Before she could cry out again, a hand clamped over her mouth. Her older sister. "Come with me," the sister whispered. She pulled the girl into a wooden cabinet. Crouching to eye level, her hands reached up, ready to close the door. "Stay inside. No matter what happens, don't come out," she instructed, trying to sound calm. But before she could finish the sentence, a strike came from behind. Her sister coughed up blood. The girl gasped in horror. "Big sis, no, don't." The demon appeared at the cabinet door, staring directly at her. Terrified, the girl backed away, but there was nowhere left to run. "No, please, no." Suddenly, a strange light burst forth from her chest. Her heart glowed with mysterious power. She screamed and lunged forward, instinctively unleashing that force. Back in reality, Denine looked at the struggling girl as she slept. Sweat on her brow, body twitching, a nightmare. After days of medicine and herbal remedies, Her health bar had finally turned green again. But Nine frowned. Even with all the treatment, her lifespan is still capped at just 63 days. And there's no sign of leveling up. He stared worriedly at her HP bar. Could it be heart failure? Suddenly, Anna's eyes snapped open, solid black and terrifying. She sat up sharply. Nine jumped. Anna, you're awake? She turned and slashed him across the chest without hesitation. Ow mother! He howled as he was flung backwards, crashing into a stone wall. Debris flew everywhere. It hurt. A lot. Serena jolted awake from the noise, clutching a blanket over herself. What the hell? What are you doing sneaking around in the middle of the night? Planning something perverted, huh? The other girl, Evelyn, rubbed her eyes. Huh? What's going on? Nine was on the verge of tears. She's gone. Anna's gone. In the pitch-black night sky, a dragon soared through the clouds. On its back were Serena and Evelyn, gripping tightly as they peered ahead. In the distance, a swamp was erupting with water. Serena narrowed her eyes. Over there, deep within the shimmering moonlit swamp, Anna was pummeling a giant crocodile with brutal strength. Nine screamed in shock. Anna? He couldn't believe what he was seeing. Her health bar was full, but it was red. What the hell? That's the Swamp King, a tier 2 level 15 boss. And she's beating it like a soggy fish stick? Anna's red health bar began to drain rapidly. Her eyes slowly returned to normal. She looked up at Nine. Why you, giant dragon, lord. Then she collapsed from exhaustion. The three above shouted in unison. Oh crap. Below, the crocodile opened its jaws wide, ready to swallow her whole. Nine dove headfirst toward the beast, unleashing a torrent of flame at its face. The swamp sizzled. The night air returned to silence. He caught Anna just in time and landed on the ground. Serena and Evelyn rushed over, checking her condition. She's unconscious. Suddenly, the giant croc lunged again, snapping its jaws and slamming into Nine's wings. You son of a cheap shot. The monster dragged him underwater. Damn it, this thing's got thick skin. Fat as hell. And it's in its home turf. My fire breath's useless. The crocodile's sharp claws raked across his body. His scales tore. Blood seeped out. Nine roared. System. I want to upgrade my scale durability, claw strength, and add an air sac for underwater breathing. Do it now. System alert. This upgrade requires 1.000 system points. Current balance. Insufficient. Would you like to take out a loan? Yes. Note. Loan must be repaid with 50% interest. Proceed with the enhancement? Stop talking. Just do it. Warning. The transformation process may cause extreme pain. His eyes turned bloodshot, veins bursting. As his strength gave out, he sank deeper into the murky water. All he could think was, it hurts. System notification. 9.300 points deducted. Anna's affection. Plus 220 Serena and Evelyn. Minus 40. Serena crouched low to the ground, peering into the swamp. Nine, you still alive down there? She called out, worried. Then her face lit up. Great, that means I don't have to return that water mage skill book. Right? But just as she finished the sentence, Nine shot up, claws flashing, and stabbed straight through the giant crocodile's body. Next, he grabbed its jaws, forced them open, and unleashed a massive blast of fire down its throat. Burn in hell, you overgrown lizard. The charred body collapsed to the ground, releasing a delicious aroma. Serena's stomach rumbled. That smells amazing. The three of them, Nine, Serena, and Evelyn, sat down and devoured the roasted crocodile together. Then sprawled out on the grass, bellies full and spirits high. System notification. Host has slain the giant swamp crocodile. Plus 60 system points. Obtained. 1 magic core. Your recovery rate has increased due to consumption of a giant beast. Nine blinked as a dull, grayish orb appeared in his hand. A low-tier neutral magic core? Huh, didn't think that thing would have one. He frowned. Maybe that's why Anna ran out here in the first place. He turned to check on her. Her health bar had returned to normal, but then the system popped up another alert. Status. Critically ill. Frail condition, life expectancy, 24 hours. Nine's expression darkened. System. Do you know what Anna's illness is? System response. Diagnosis function unavailable. Please consult a qualified healer. Nine felt like someone had splashed a bucket of ice water in his face. Alone. Powerless. He clenched his fists. I've got to figure out what's wrong with her. And why she suddenly went berserk and released that terrifying power. Then it hit him. A priest. He turned. Serena, do you know where we can find a strong priest? Serena shrugged. No idea. I just followed the mercenary team around. Bought whatever medicine I could carry along the way. Evelyn suddenly perked up. I do. She recalled. There's one in the kingdom of Anrius. But, with how you look right now, going into the city is suicide. Every hunter in the capital's gunning for your head. Nine glanced at the flames flickering in his claws. Fair point. Then he snapped his fingers. Wait, I've still got those 6 transformation potions. They should last about half a day. If we move fast, we can make it. Evelyn misread his hesitation, scowling inwardly. Men, doesn't matter if they're human or monsters, they're all selfish jerks. The second things get tough, they're ready to ditch you. Tears welled up in her eyes. Nine tilted his head. Hey, why are you just standing there? Let's move. Evelyn blinked in surprise. System notification. Evelyn affection plus 4 current affection. 0 phase 1 affection achieved. Congratulations, host, plus 300 system points. With both Serena and Evelyn on his back, Nine soared into the sky. Deep in thought, did her affection go up because of my heroic, manly, glorious battle back there? He grumbled. Only 300 points though? That's all I get for being awesome? He squinted at the system screen. System, you better not be pocketing the rest behind my back. System reminder. Female character. A rank special tier. Affection must reach phase 2 before unlocking special abilities. 350 points deducted from previous loan. Outstanding balance. 9.000 points. Nine spat blood. 9,000? Serena flinched. What's wrong? He turned away, mumbling to himself. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Damn it. Even in another world I'm still in debt? Soon, they descended just outside the gates of Anrius Royal City. Nine carefully laid Anna down on the ground. At the royal capital of Anrius, the entire city was buzzing with celebration. Crowds lined the streets, waving flags and shouting praises. The gallant knight Blythe is so brave. And so handsome too. I heard he single-handedly wiped out the Gale bandits and even chopped off the leader's head. In the midst of it all, Nine overheard the chatter and his brow twitched. Gale bandits? That was me. This little punk really has the nerve to steal credit from a mighty dragon like me? Nine glared daggers at Blythe in the distance. If I weren't busy right now, your head would already be rolling. He turned away and carried Anna to a worn-down wooden cabin on the western edge of the city, just as Evelyn had described. The priest's name is Norbu. He lives in a wooden house west of the capital. There's a tree with white flowers in front. And no, I'm not going to the city with you guys. Nine knocked on the door. Is Priest Norbu in? No answer. Maybe he's old and hard of hearing? Nine didn't wait. He kicked the door open. Inside, a girl sitting on the floor gasped in shock. Mouth agape. Nine scratched his head, smiling awkwardly. Sorry, we're looking for Priest Norbu. The girl was Barbara, a priest in training. She smiled sweetly. No worries. Just pay the 50 silver coins for door repair and we're good. She looked at the two of them. So, what do you need the old man for? Medical help. Nine replied. Barbara's smile faded. Bad timing. After failing to cure Prince Anris's problem, he went on a long vacation. Nine frowned. Do you know where he went or when he'll be back? Barbara sighed. Sorry, no idea. But then her eyes lit up as she noticed Anna in Nine's arms. Whoa, is that a star elf? She darted around them, poking Anna's ears. Too cute, so soft. Barbara leaned in close to Anna's face. But she looks sick, and dying too. Nine blinked. You're a priest too? Yup. Barbara beamed. Still in training, but I can diagnose stuff. Nine asked hurriedly. Then can you tell what's wrong? Last night she went berserk. Then passed out cold. Barbara pointed. Put her on the healing altar first. She lay down beside Anna, hugged her, and licked her cheek, pressing her face against Anna's chest. Nine's face turned beet red. Is that standard priest procedure? No wonder Prince Anrius never got cured. Suddenly Barbara sat up. Found it. There's a curse, she said gravely. A really nasty one. I can sense the origin point. It's lodged deep in her heart. Everything else is just a side effect. Nine's eyes widened. A curse? Barbara nodded. Yeah, a powerful one. It drains the victim's strength and, when triggered, causes them to go berserk. So what you're saying is, if she regains even a bit of strength, she'll snap again, and that frenzy will drain her life force? Exactly. Barbara confirmed. That's pretty much how it works. Can you cure it? Nine asked quickly. Barbara shook her head. Sorry, I'm not strong enough. I can suppress the symptoms for now. But if her body starts resisting the medicine, she'll be in serious danger. To actually break the curse, there are 2 methods. First, kill the one who cast it. Second, remove and replace the affected organ entirely. She ran a finger down to Nine's chest. Tapping his sternum. Best option? A dragon heart. System status. Current points. -9.000 Anna's affection. 220 Serena's affection. 50 Evelyn's affection. 0. To 9 suddenly froze, staring at Barbara in shock. Oh damn, you actually sniffed that out? Are you part dog or what? He laughed awkwardly. Ha ha, does it really have to be a dragon's heart? That's not something easy to find. Isn't there any other way to cure this? Barbara replied seriously. Other methods, unless you find the legendary Great Spirit Spring to soak in. That might temporarily suppress the curse's progress. But that spring has long since dried up. She suggested, or you could go to the Lam Dong Empire in the northern continent. There's a high-level priest there who can perform a major purification ritual. But it seems your companion doesn't have much time left. To 9 was speechless. Barbara suddenly remembered. Oh right, you could try looking for a witch. They always have strange ways to heal people. But it's usually hard to find them. I only know they often appear in St. Olist. To 9 was confused. St. Olist? Witches? Are you sure? Well, first use your healing magic to restore her stamina. Then we can talk about other options. Barbara blushed. Well, okay, wait a moment. She flipped through a book. To 9 asked, what are you looking at? Moving closer, he saw it was a beginner's handbook on healing magic. Barbara reassured him. Calm down. It's all a first time for me too. No need to worry. To 9 frowned, thinking, feels like she's talking to herself more than me. Barbara began casting a spell to help Anna regain consciousness. To 9 was happy. Anna's awake. Anna mumbled, Great Black Dragon, where am I? To 9 answered, we're in the city of Anrius. You fainted, so I brought you here for treatment. Barbara looked curious. Black Dragon? She laughed loudly. I knew it, you really are a dragon. And this little spirit with you, surely you're the Black Dragon who was surrounded and almost killed a few days ago. To 9 was wary. So, what now? Barbara put on a holy expression. Don't worry, I won't report you to the authorities. As a priest, I take care of anyone who needs help. She picked up some tools and said, I'm currently studying external healing magic. Barbara carried a hammer and pliers. Grinning slyly, you don't even need magic for heart transplants. If you want to do it now, there's a 20% discount. Interested? To 9 thought it sounded like modern surgery. He said diplomatically, all right, you prepare everything first. Let me and the patient get mentally ready. Anna lifted her head. Heart transplant? What's that? Before she could ask more, To 9 covered her mouth and pulled her outside. Shush, let's go. To 9 thought to himself. She even needs to look up healing magic in a book, seriously? Outside Anrius, Anna curled up, and To 9 asked, what's wrong, are you feeling uncomfortable? Anna anxiously said, Great Dragon, is my illness really incurable? To 9 reassured her, it's just a tiny curse. I swear, as a dragon, you will get better. Anna was touched. Dragon, I didn't expect you to swear for me. Thank you, Great Black Dragon. The system immediately notified. Anna's affection plus 50 current affection, 250. Anna looked at To 9 and said softly, but you have to promise me, if it ever harms you, you must never save me. To 9 replied, don't worry, I'll find a way to break the curse. Suddenly, the system announced, a special female NPC has sent a summoning invitation to you. Do you accept? To 9 was stunned. A summoning invitation from a special female NPC? System status. Points. -9.000 Anna's affection. 250 Serena's affection. 50 Evelyn's affection. 0. Inside the inner sanctuary of the Holy Kingdom of Olist, standing before the statue of a faceless goddess wielding a holy sword, a blonde woman raised her staff high and began the summoning chant. A brilliant light surrounded her. O great goddess, I beseech you, descend your divine blessing. The light emitted from the staff gradually weakened, then went out completely. The woman's expression betrayed her disappointment. Failed again. Elsewhere, To 9 was still intently staring at the system notification panel in front of him. Not responding, he thought to himself, although I want to go check it out, there are more important matters to attend to right now. Back outside the Dragon's Cave, at the missile production site, a member of the Thoi Nha tribe greeted him upon his return. Master, you're back. The basic rocket towers are finished. To 9 nodded approvingly. Not bad for efficiency. The mud-headed guy really is a construction genius. Looks like the other 4 rocket towers can be scheduled soon. He added. The information board popped up, displaying details about the rocket tower including its level, armor count, firing range, firing speed, soldier capacity, and skills. To 9 couldn't help but marvel as he studied the data. In full automatic mode, it takes 10 seconds to launch one missile. That's way too slow. But let's first test the rocket tower's power. He pointed to a nearby mountain and ordered the beastman. Pericles, set the target to the ruby peak. Pericles nodded. Yes, sir. When the crosshairs locked onto the mountain, T9 shouted, fire. A powerful arrow engulfed in blazing red flames shot forward. An explosive roar followed. Thick smoke and flying debris blanketed the sky, witnessing the rocket tower's devastating power, which heavily damaged the mountain. T9 was shocked. Damn, this is a rocket tower? Could it be a simplified version of the West Wind Express? No wonder the firing rate is slow. But the critical hit rate is high. If the workers who built it were different, then the results would differ too. He mused. He continued pondering, wondering if using other magical materials for construction would yield similar effects. Turning to Pericles, he instructed, Pericles, bring 20 fire hellhounds here. I want to run an experiment. Pericles quickly obeyed. Yes, master. A while later, T9 led the pack of fire hellhounds near the rocket tower. He gestured toward the entrance. Bat-CA, have your fire hellhounds enter inside and give it a try. An alert appeared, catching his attention. The rocket tower can hold 20 soldiers. Since these soldiers are a bit special, the rocket tower will undergo some transformation. Proceed? Proceed, T9 said with a sly grin. Clearly anticipating this, the arrows previously fired from the rocket tower now transformed into fiery carrots. T9 was stunned by this new discovery. So that's how it is, transformations based on the soldier's abilities and attributes. With dozens of these arrow shooting towers, defending the dragon's lair wouldn't be a problem. But the attack range and speed still needed improvement. He turned to the system panel. System, what's needed to upgrade the rocket tower? The system responded. Upgrade requires 10 level 3 demon beast magic cores. T9 pulled out a blue magic core from his hand, murmuring, this is a low-level magic core I got from defeating the magma crocodile in the silver armor swamp. There aren't many level 3 demon beasts around here. Looks like I'll have to go to the Silver Moon Mountains at midnight to find more. He thought to himself that he had to make a trip to the Silver Moon Mountains soon. Suddenly, Anna's voice cut through his thoughts from afar. Mr. Great Dragon, Serena and Evelyn are fighting. T9 immediately turned to look at her, eyes shining bright. Fighting? He pictured the scene in his mind. Evelyn grit her teeth, glaring at Serena, her hand gripping the mage's sash. Serena blushed, clutching her chest. Please don't. Later, Serena flipped the situation, pinching Evelyn's cheek while she lay on the ground. Stop it, Evelyn cried, her face smeared with tears, then snuggled into T9's arms, sobbing, Big brother Great Dragon, it hurts here, sob sob sob. Serena hurriedly grabbed his arm, pouting and whining. She started it, clearly. T9 was still lost in this sweet daydream, floating on cloud 9. Hee, a fight is fine, but Anna was worried. Mr. Great Dragon, if you don't break them up soon, I think your dragon's lair will explode. Only then did T9 snap back to reality. What? He held his head in frustration and yelled. Damn it, I forgot, they're both mages. T9 and Anna hurried back to the cave. They saw Serena and Evelyn struggling, pulling each other's hair. Stop fighting. If you want to fight, take it outside. T9's anger flared up fiercely as both girls still refused to stop their fight. He got so furious that he transformed into his dragon form, stepped in to separate the two, placing Serena and Evelyn far apart. Both of you, stop right now. After things calmed down, Anna cautiously spoke up. Great Dragon, they were arguing over the Ice Mage skill book. Serena failed her practice, and Evelyn saw it right away. Then they started fighting. Hearing this, T9's blood boiled even more. Fighting over such a trivial thing is ridiculous. This is my territory. You must obey my command, he warned in a stern voice. His tone quickly softened. If this happens again, you can fight with your bare hands, but absolutely no magic. Serena and Evelyn snorted softly. Though annoyed, they obediently suppressed their anger. Night fell, and a few sounds stirred in the forest, disturbing the quiet of the night. Serena still fumed, venting her frustration by punching a sturdy tree trunk fiercely. Damn it, why can't I learn this? I'm not a failure. She kept hitting and kicking, causing tremors that made rocks fall from the cave ceiling onto T9's head. Ouch! T9 brought his sore bumps to find Serena, tears streaming down his face as he shouted. Stop, stop it. Serena sulked, crossing her arms and looking at him. What, didn't you say to take fights outside? T9 whimpered, holding his swollen head full of lumps. It's just a fight. No need to be so angry you go out at midnight and punch trees. Don't you want people to sleep? Serena frowned. I just feel like a failure. Nine gently advised. If the big path doesn't work, take a smaller one no one else has taken. Serena looked at him with big curious eyes. A path no one has taken? He continued. I see your fiery spirit. You'd be quite suitable for practicing dark magic. Serena retorted. Dark magic is for non-humans. It definitely doesn't suit me. Nine lowered his voice. Is that so? I think you're quite different from others too. Feeling his kindness, Serena's mood improved. Thanks for coming out to comfort me, she said, and her affection for Nine increased by 50 points, now at 100. The next morning, in the middle layer of the Silver Moon Forest, a group of people with wings on their backs stealthily hid behind bushes. Watching a group of fire hellhounds in the clearing ahead, the brown-haired girl spoke first. Leader, that fire hellhound is so big and fat. Another girl quickly added, yeah, I really want to take a bite. It must be delicious. A third girl, unable to hide her craving, pointed at the hellhounds. That golden necklace on it is so beautiful. I really want it. But the leader remained calm, narrowing her eyes thoughtfully. Since when has there been such a large fire hellhound in the forest? Her brows furrowed slightly, suspicion creeping in. These rabbits are usually full. And now they even wear necklaces? She kept observing before deciding. Forget it. No matter how strange these fire hellhounds are, they can't defeat harpies. She turned to the others behind her. I heard there's a dragon in this forest. Everyone, be careful. I'll count to 3. Then we attack together. 1, 2, get ready. As soon as the shout ended, the winged women charged forward, their eyes gleaming hungrily as they targeted the fire hellhounds. Hee hee, little bunnies, come into my belly. Sensing danger, the fire hellhounds immediately went on alert. Their small bodies quickly transformed into tall, muscular forms, ready to fight at any moment. The scene stunned the harpy group, their eyes wide in shock. Compared to the giant fire hellhounds, the winged women looked tiny. One woman was immediately punched far away by a giant hellhound. She screamed in terror. Help! The leader quickly realized the situation. It's over. We can't win. Run! Before she finished, a giant net fell from above, trapping the harpy group. Not long after, inside the dragon's cave, Nine displayed the net trap holding the winged women, his ambushers. The leader's eyes welled with tears as she looked at him. Great dragon, we didn't mean to offend you. It was just hunger, she explained. A few days ago, a group of stag eagles from the other side of the Silver Moon Forest invaded our territory, stealing our den, our mountain goats, and killing our kin. Nine thought to himself that apparently, there was also a beginner's village on the other side of the Silver Moon Forest. The harpy leader carefully untied the net, pleading earnestly, please help us reclaim our home and save our kin. As the harpy leader, I swear to lead my people to join your forces and offer all our mountain goats to you. As she spoke, she knelt and bowed deeply before Nine. Nine looked at the girl before him with some concern. I understand your reasoning, but why did you choose to hunt the fire rabbits while they were mating? The harpy leader blinked in surprise. Mating? Nine silently observed the leader named Hannah. These mid-level level 17 harpies made excellent air forces. And old Luke's personality was also well suited for reconnaissance troops. Their crow calls could even be used to charm players. Thinking this through, Nine raised a claw to Hannah's forehead. I am Nine, unyielding and steadfast. I accept your request. With that, blood dripped from his claw onto Hannah's forehead and quickly dissolved. Hannah bowed respectfully, a fiery red gleam flashing in her eyes. Yes, my lord. Anna, standing nearby, eagerly spoke up. Great dragon, if you're going to the Silver Moon Forest, we want to come along too. Nine frowned, his expression stern. This is a battle, not a leisure trip. None of you are going. Anna whispered softly. I want to accompany you more during this limited time, whether in battle or anything else. Serena quickly volunteered. I can help you fight. Evelyn didn't want to be left out either. Count me in too. Nine was left speechless, staring at the 3 girls with pleading, sparkling eyes. Anna had been unusually clingy lately. Was she sick? Before departing, Nine carefully instructed his subordinates. While I'm gone, if anyone enters the forest, set traps or other defenses in the crates as usual. But don't let them get too deep into the woods. His subordinates promptly responded. Yes, my lord. Nine then flew with the harpy tribe across the mountains. Soon, leader Hannah brought him to a cave. My lord, this is our den, she continued. The stag eagles here are vicious and cunning. You must be careful. Nine nodded. Understood. Inside, he couldn't help but regret bringing Anna along. The heavy scent of blood was overwhelming. He turned to her. It's too dangerous inside. You stay here and wait for me. Nine slowly entered the dark cave, reminding the others before leaving. Hannah, you two stay here and protect Anna well." The two harpies obediently replied, "Yes, my lord." Step by step, Tenine ventured deeper into the cave. Soon, he encountered many stag eagles dwelling in the crevices of the cave. Damn, so many third-tier beasts in Silvermoon Forest. Tenine thought, amazed. No wonder the harpies were driven from their den and brutally slaughtered. Though their strength was lower than his, their numbers and tactics made them formidable. Forget it, better to bring reinforcements next time, he mused, carelessly making a noise. Tenine accidentally alerted the resting beasts, waking them up. Crap, the stag eagles quickly gathered in a flock, surrounding him in the air. Tenine's eyes gleamed with deadly red light. If you can't escape, then let's fight. The battle began swiftly. His sharp claws slashed through the beasts. Fiery blasts spewed from his mouth, and his massive tail knocked back another stag eagle. The system chimed a notification. Ding. Host has gained 23 third-tier fire cores. Ding. Congratulations. Host has received 345 system points. Fire cores. Tenine thought. So these beasts' bodies had already condensed fire cores. You get what you deserve. Suddenly, a loud roar echoed deeper in the cave. Tenine narrowed his eyes suspiciously. No way, there's more? A giant stag eagle appeared, powerfully flapping its wings to assert dominance and intimidate. Tenine immediately recognized this was a mutated stag eagle. Although it was the same level, the mutated beast was much larger. With superhuman speed and strength, this fight was going to be tough. No sooner had he thought that than the stag eagle lunged at him. Its wings weren't as wide as a dragon's, but it made up for it with agility and swift movements, its deep red eyes burning with hatred. Tenine opened his jaws and spat a stream of fire toward it. But before he could blink, the creature vanished. The sudden disappearance caught him off guard. In the blink of an eye, the stag eagle reappeared right beside him, not by teleportation, but by using its terrifying speed to close the distance. Despite being visibly smaller than a dragon, it expertly used its advantages to dangerously close in on Tenine. Showing no signs of being outmatched, the beast slashed with its sharp talons, tearing through one of Tenine's wings. He broke out in a cold sweat and grimaced, too fast. At this rate, he might lose to this mutated beast. Tenine flailed his large arms, trying to strike the stag eagle, but it quickly darted forward to dodge the attack. Its ability to react like this was impressive. Without waiting for Tenine to recover, it immediately charged again. Anna, watching from below, gasped in panic. "Great dragon, be careful." Tears welled up in her eyes in an instant. Tenine was caught off guard. The stag eagle bit into his already injured wing, and he roared in pain. Without hesitation, the beast threw him down and chased after him like a cat toying with a mouse. Losing balance from the torn wing, Tenine plummeted under the force of the beast's push. He grimaced again, looking up at the enemy, searching for a way out. When the stag eagle came close, Tenine seized the opening and kicked hard at its neck. Die! The creature howled in sharp pain, stopping mid-air and frantically flapping its wings to regain balance. Taking advantage of the moment, Tenine spat another flame straight at it. The beast failed to dodge, and a massive explosion erupted in the sky, shaking the earth below. Tenine slowly continued his fall to the ground. Anna, riding on Hannah's back, urgently told her, "Hurry to Tenine." Hannah immediately spread her wings and sped off. Tenine landed with a heavy thud, kicking up a huge cloud of dust. He stuck out his tongue, making Anna worry. "Great dragon, are you okay? Why are you bleeding?" Tenine opened one eye, a sly grin on his lips, ready to tease Anna. Anna, tears streaming down, cried, "Great dragon, please don't die." Her crying instantly made Tenine feel guilty. He quickly stood up, patting her anxiously. "Don't cry, I'm not dead yet. Look, I'm perfectly fine." Anna, sitting beside him and still sniffling like a little kid, wiped her tears but said, "But you're bleeding." Tenine scrambled for an excuse to stop her crying. "It's nothing, I'm just hungry. Eat something and I'll be fine." Anna slowly opened one eye and looked at him, seeming calmer. "Really?" Just then, the system announced, "Congratulations, host, you have defeated the mutated beast. Reward: 500 system points and a dark attribute core." A black core appeared before Tenine. Curious, he carefully touched it with his claw. His body absorbed the core, growing slightly larger and seemingly gaining extra strength. Thankfully, swallowing it not only accelerated wound healing but also boosted his power and body growth. Tenine quietly watched the motionless mutated stag eagle's body. It wasn't dead yet and looked like it would awaken soon. The cave was eerily quiet except for a litter of baby beasts lying scattered around. Unnoticed by the group, the stag eagle regained consciousness, sat up, and looked around. Seeing them, it realized it couldn't fight D9 now and instead targeted Anna, who was sitting nearby. With a roar full of murderous intent, it flew from behind her. Using its large leg, it easily grabbed Anna and took off. Before D9 could react, the beast had already flown outside the cave with Anna in its grasp. Panicked, D9 chased after them. The stag eagle was exhausted after the battle and couldn't fly as fast as before, just soaring upward steadily. Seeing this, D9 spat fire at one of its wings, causing it to falter and lose balance. In that moment, it dropped Anna, who began falling from a great height. Anna, escaping the grasp but far from relieved, was plummeting fast. At this rate, she would land headfirst. Terrified, she called out, "Great Dragon!" The system notified again. Current system points: -8.155 Anna's affection, 250 Serena's affection, 100 Evelyn's affection, 0. Anna fell quite far from the cave, still quietly sobbing with her eyes tightly shut as she neared landing in a muddy pond. Something was stirring in the water across the pond. When Anna hit the mud, splashing water everywhere, it seemed she had landed safely. "I'm still alive," Anna exclaimed with relief. Miraculously, her body was completely intact, not a scratch, despite the pond being quite shallow. Slowly, she pushed herself up, unaware that the entire pond seemed to be glowing softly. The water felt incredibly soothing. If only the great dragon were here, she sighed. As she stood, dripping wet and wanting to get out, a dazzling light suddenly erupted in the middle of the pond, as if some powerful force was about to manifest. "Someone, come out now." From the glowing whirlpool, a dark silhouette emerged, making Anna jump in shock. The figure spoke in a calm voice. "I am glad, finally. Someone has found this place." Anna backed away cautiously, fear creeping in. "There's no great dragon here, no one to protect me. Who are you?" The dark shadow finally took shape, a young, beautiful woman, older and more mature than Anna. "I am the guardian of the great spirit spring. I can see the immense power within your body, yet something terrifying seems to be blocking its growth." Anna burst into tears upon seeing the older sister she had lost long ago. Rushing forward, "Sister, is it really you? You're still alive?" The spirit reached out, grabbing Anna's shoulders and stepping closer. "I am not your sister. This is only the image I found in your memories. Forget those sorrows." The spirit kept approaching, and Anna noticed water swirling protectively around them. Then, without warning, the spirit closed the distance between their pink lips, gently lifting Anna's chin with one hand. Before Anna could react, the sweet kiss was over, leaving her cheeks flushed and embarrassed. The spirit vanished, but the magical water continued swirling around Anna as if granting her some kind of power while she floated above the pond's surface. When her feet finally touched the ground, Anna slowly opened her eyes and looked around. She found herself at the bottom of the spirit spring, surrounded by countless treasures and jewels. Surprised, she thought, "I didn't expect so many precious artifacts here." Rising back to the surface, a huge shadow streaked across the sky. Anna looked up and waved excitedly. "Great Dragon, I'm here." It was D9, flying tirelessly across the sky, calling her name. As soon as he heard her, D9 landed and stared intently at Anna, checking if she was hurt. Anna blinked, puzzled by his intense gaze. The system chimed in, announcing her current status. Illness duration remaining, 62 days. Spirit power sustained for 3 months. Innate talent tightly connected with top-tier water element. Innate talent tightly connected with top-tier light element. Nation toppling, city shattering, skill active. Passive, graceful body, skill. Passive, enchanting fragrance, skill. Auto-learned, water ball technique, skill. Auto-learned, light projection, skill. D9 gaped. Spirit power? That's insane. Not only are negative buffs suppressed, but many talents have awakened. He waved his arms excitedly. "Anna, are you okay? What happened to you?" Anna shook her head and explained what she had just experienced, the vision of her long-lost sister. D9's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Sister? Your wife's here? Where? Where?" Anna blushed and hugged him around the head. D9's eyes widened with joy. "Great Dragon, you really care about me. Huh?" Anna smiled shyly and looked at him warmly. "Great Dragon, lying means swallowing 1,000 needles. You know." System notification. Anna Hathaway's affection +50. Current affection 300, Tier 3 achieved. Reward: Advanced Devour skill unlocked. Can directly level up. Has evolved. Congratulations. You have earned 5.000 system points. Advanced Devour. Consuming prey can promote body growth regardless of age. And different prey grants different enhancements. For example, devouring iron ore strengthens the iron content in your scales. His eyes lit up brilliantly. Advanced Devour. 5.000 points. But the joy was short-lived. The system then announced that all points would be used to repay debt. Current debt. 3.155 points. To 9 froze. System points. Wait a second. He rubbed his hands nervously. System, how about we negotiate a little? Can you erase my debt entirely? Host, that would violate regulations. The system replied. To 9 feigned anger. You talk about regulations to me? My existence itself defies the rules of this world. Imagine what other players would think if they knew I have a system. Even you have to give up. Don't make me do something stupid. He stroked his chin, leaning in close to the system's display. System, if I'm right, you're cheating. System points returned to minus 8.155. Affection. Anna 300. Serena 100. Evelyn 0. If it's all cheating anyway, why not just relax a bit? Huh? Isn't that right, system? To 9 said, grabbing the floating screen. Though he said that, this wasn't some open-ended test. Considering the difficulties of the host, the system responded. The loan restructuring can be upgraded into a phased repayment plan. To 9 blinked. Phased repayment plan? What's that? The system replied based on the host's restructuring direction. The host's plan is divided into multiple stages. Each stage repays part of the cost. To 9 beamed. That's perfect. Isn't that just like paying in installments? At least that's way better than borrowing to renovate all at once. But this time To 9 crossed his arms and asked carefully. No interest, right? No, of course not, but you must finish paying off this loan first before using it. The system replied. He snapped his fingers. Okay, you still have a lot to learn if you want to play with me. Anna turned and touched some treasure chests. Brother To 9, look over here. There are lots of treasures. To 9 waved his hand and opened a random chest. Though it looked splendid and glittering, inside was nothing but pale human bones. What the heck? What kind of creepy stuff is this? He turned to Anna, who was a bit weak and tearful. Anna, don't open any more for now. But Anna had already opened 2 purple water element magic spellbooks. Hearing that, Anna turned her head. Great dragon, what did you say? I didn't hear clearly. To 9 was speechless. Looks like I'm just unlucky to open all these bone-filled chests. No, it's nothing. Keep going. In that moment, To 9 panicked and lost all his previous confidence. How can this be luck? Why do I feel like the protagonist's aura is right over Anna's head? System, are you sure Anna isn't the protagonist? The system tried to comfort him. Host, you must stay confident. Just then Anna called out. Great dragon, come quickly, look at these. To 9 went silent when he saw a blazing level 3 fire magic core burning inside one of the chests. He officially collapsed. How am I supposed to stay confident? I fought tooth and nail for a magic core. But she just opens a chest and gets one? This is discouraging. Looking at him, he felt like a total loser. The system coldly answered. That is exactly what you are. What did you say? To 9 snapped angrily. No, nothing. I meant that since you have a system, as long as you follow the rules of power, you can definitely become the dragon among thousands of people. No, the dragon among thousands of dragons. To 9 frowned, annoyed. Rules of power? That sounds weird. What if you're at an internet cafe, and water spills into the power outlet of the girl next to you? Then she's the one who dies. He suddenly came up with a subjective conclusion. So it's possible that Anna, who's about to die, gets transported into that body. And nearby, there's a dying black dragon. Getting its heart takes only minutes. That might cancel the buffs on her. The system was helpless. To 9, trust yourself. Don't make wild guesses. You are the center of the world. The universe's focal point. Of course. To 9 didn't believe that. Look, the shop is full of girls' stuff. How can I trust you? The system was silent for a few seconds before saying, I think deleting all the loan debt isn't impossible. The system points immediately reset to 0. That was definitely a joke, but it was an unexpected gain for To 9. Suddenly, they heard flapping sounds above. Looking up, Hannah was approaching. Hannah landed and immediately kneeled before Anna and To 9. Thank you, Master. Our tribe has been saved. And we've brought the wild goats back to the dragon's cave. To 9 nodded. All right, I got it. You all head back first. Anna and I will set off right away. Anna smiled at him. Hannah replied, yes, Master. Nearby, in a village, a panicked young man ran in, shouting, listen, everyone, there really is a dragon in Silver Moon Forest. The villagers laughed loudly. Coward, where's the dragon? We haven't even seen a single rabbit here. Haha, must be scared silly by some shadows or something. That's right, he even tore down my room to make a magic circle. The young man panicked. Then how do you explain Gary and Chelsea not coming back? Someone sneered. Maybe they saw some treasure and didn't want to return. Or maybe those two losers are like you, scared stiff. No surprise there. Daniel raised his hand. Enough. This needs investigation. I'm leading 1,000 people into Silver Moon Forest now to scout. The young man clenched his fists, gritting his teeth. You all mocked me. If you don't believe me, then go ahead and get yourselves killed. Nine sat in the cave, reading the system's notification. Devouring advanced prey promotes the host's body growth and has no age limit. Moreover, devouring different materials grants different enhancements. For example, devouring iron ore strengthens the iron content in the host scales. Nine was surprised. So I can boost myself by devouring materials? That sounds pretty powerful. He casually picked up a stone. If devouring iron works, then eating this rock should have some effect, right? He tossed the small stone into his mouth and started chewing, immediately freezing. This is disgusting. No flavor at all, just hard and bitter. Ting, devoured 537 grams of rock. Petrified scale durability increased by 0.0001%. Body hardness increased by 0.002%. Speed decreased by 0.0005%. Nine rubbed his chin thoughtfully. Body gets harder but speed drops. Looks like I can't just eat anything. His face darkened. To understand the advanced devouring technique's rules, he'd have to try lots of things. He grabbed a handful of gold coins. Ting, devoured 36 grams of gold. Scale durability increased by 0.00008%. Fire resistance increased by 0.00012%. Next, a silver cup. Ting, devoured 36 grams of silver. Scale durability increased by 0.00008%. Poison resistance increased by 0.00012%. Then Nine caught a wolf for testing. Ting, devoured a mountain wolf. Hunger attribute increased by 0.0002%. Nine yelled. Ah, ouch, 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 bit my tongue. Ting, devoured 50 grams of black dragon meat. Purity of Cornell. Neorid, Waterloo's dragon genes increased. Cornell? What the heck is that? Some ancient dragon elder? Or maybe a blood relative? If a male dragon, then it's my great-great-great-grandpa. If female, then my great-great-great-grandma. After thinking it over, and a thorough survey, it seemed only gold and silver had no side effects. Both could increase scale hardness. Gold boosted fire resistance. Silver boosted poison resistance. Luckily, there was a silver mine near the dragon cave mined by cobalts. But gold was scarce. As he thought, he dumped a pouch of gold into his mouth. Nine also thought, if I get the chance to raid the human kingdom's treasure hoard, I'll just devour whatever I can. If I can't win, I'll just eat it then run. How perfect is that? Just then, Anna's voice cut in. Great dragon, look. Anna smiled brightly, tossing a bunch of rare materials into the air. I found all these in the chests. Though I don't know if they're any good. Wow, my luck is just crazy. Nine gaped. Can't compete with that luck. My luck's just garbage. That night, in the desolate Silver Moon Forest, inside the dragon cave, Anna sat beside Nine. The protagonist aura somehow shifted to her, lighting up the entire cave, stark contrast to the darkness around Nine. Master, we followed your orders. Polakri knelt before them. We've been quietly observing the adventurers in the forest for days, and placed some items in the newly opened treasure chests scattered around the forest. Nine smiled. Good job, Polakri, but the stuff you put in the chests isn't anything too valuable. Right? Don't worry, Master. Just some roasted intestines and stuffed food. The others were very happy to find them. Nine's face paled. 9 segments of large intestines. I didn't expect Polakri to be so perverted. From the sky, Hannah swooped down. Master, I detected movement again around Silver Moon Forest. Nine's eyes glittered. Finally, looks like the players couldn't stand it anymore. They're about to bite the bait. Polakri, Fire Rabbit, lead the soldiers to escort the fire tower. Blackwater Croc and Venom Serpent, prepare the ambush traps. Gnolls and Long Tusk Boars, get ready to battle. Master, Nine's bloodshot eyes burned red. Players, the game officially begins. At the edge of Silver Moon Forest, the group of players cautiously stepped inside. Don't tell me there aren't even any monsters here, not even a single wild chicken. One complained. Daniel glanced back and warned. Be careful. When something feels off, there's always a catch. Better to stay alert. The purple-haired guy scoffed arrogantly. Monsters don't have brains. How could they possibly set traps? No sooner had he finished speaking than 2 green vipers dropped down from the trees, wrapping around 2 girls on the team and dragging them away. Hearing the commotion, Daniel turned around. Did you hear that? Hear what? The purple-haired guy boasted loudly. If you're scared, you can still turn back now. Too late, a fierce beast lunged behind him, sinking its jaws into his head. He instantly lost a life and was kicked out of the game. Soon after, the other players were ambushed by a pack of gnolls, caught off guard and scrambling to draw their weapons. Screams filled the air as people fled and called for help. One even dropped their shield in panic. Another was struck on the head before they could escape. How could these ordinary gnolls be so hard to deal with? Daniel bravely swung his sword, cleaving one gnoll in 2. Congratulations. First monster kill, plus 500 invasion points. Level up to 30. But his companions had all scattered and disappeared. Everyone, run. Wait, don't run. Grab your weapons and fight back. Daniel shouted desperately, cursing them as a bunch of useless cowards. After regrouping, Daniel led the team deeper into the forest, stopping near a ravine outside the dragon cave. It seemed the monsters had stopped chasing them. Daniel pondered, these monsters don't want to fight, they're trying to chase us away. Could there be an even scarier monster ahead? Someone pointed at the fire tower. Look, what's that giant bamboo shoot growing on the cliff? Everyone looked up in the direction pointed. A quick-thinking girl cast a divination spell to investigate the towering object. Unexpectedly, the divination orb bumped into vines and leaves blocking its path. She was shocked. Her magic was stopped by ordinary vines and leaves? Daniel quickly reassured her. Try a few more times. Finally, the orb reached the tower. Its light revealing the bamboo shoot was actually a fire tower. Everyone was surprised. There's a fire tower here? Could there be a human lord living nearby? But this is a monster domain. The purple-haired guy who just lost a life was still cocky. There's a priest shielding us. Nothing to fear. Just as he finished, an arrow whizzed past his head. This time he survived. The arrow gave everyone a scare before striking a tree behind them. He shrugged and shook his head. See? Just as I thought. This arrow is awful. Thick and long but no other advantages. But this time, the arrow's base suddenly opened up, releasing a powerful jade-green gas that sprayed out like it was highly pressurized. Poison gas. Get out. Cover your nose and mouth. Daniel shouted smartly. Those behind him panicked and were too slow to react. Within moments, dozens of similar arrows were fired, targeting the area around them. Whenever the arrows hit a surface, they released poisonous gas, causing everyone to scatter in terror. T9 stood at the cave entrance, chuckling. Good thing the fire tower leveled up, longer range, stronger power, and improved arrows. Anna approached from behind, showing off some new skills she just learned. Great dragon, need help? I just mastered water orb and radiance spells. T9 waved her off. No thanks. You and Serena stay inside the cave, that's safer. Daniel yelled. Don't panic, all mages, stack your shields. Priests, start healing. Everyone quickly gathered behind Daniel's shield wall, healing as they went. It worked. As long as they weren't hit head-on, they could hold their ground. Suddenly, T9 soared across the sky, terrifying them all. What's that? A black dragon? Is that really a dragon? T9 roared, his voice booming with authority. Welcome to my domain, you lowly worms. Daniel's limbs went weak, his sword drooping. Damn, that's the aura of an evil dragon. He gritted his teeth. So it's true. The coward wasn't lying, but it was just a young dragon. Clenching his sword tighter, Daniel regained confidence and powered up. This time, the team I lead are all newbies. If we can kill this black dragon, I'll be the highest level player in the entire world. His determination blazed. The system notification popped up again. System points. 0 Anna's favorability. 300 Serena's favorability. 100 Evelyn. 0. A bunch of trash. Prepare to meet your end. T9 gathered his energy. Ready to breathe fire. Everyone stay alert. The black dragon is launching an attack. Take cover. T9 was set. He opened his mouth to unleash his dragon breath. Close to the ground, he expelled a swirling ring of fire. But one player reacted quickly, ripping off his cloak to block the flames and protect himself from being burned. He tossed the singed cloak aside just as the dragon swooped down to its lowest altitude and unleashed its dragon breath. Proudly opened the group chat. The black dragon is enraged. If you want to live, follow my lead. All mages, spread out and focus your attacks. Support the melee fighters in the rear. At first glance, this guy seemed formidable, but then he pulled out several strength potions, gulping them down to double his power. Next came speed potions, doubling his swiftness, then defensive potions, doubling his shield. He stacked buff after buff. To the right, a few female mages raised their staffs and cast water magic, attacking to 9. On the left, 3 rookie girls cast fire magic at him. Faced with their incessant, ant-like attacks, to 9 was bored. Is that all? Too weak. Done in one move. Seizing the moment while to 9 was still idle, Daniel leapt from behind, raising his sword high. Take this, Black Dragon. Suddenly, under Daniel's feet, a bright light flashed. Ouch, that's blinding. To 9 turned just in time to see Daniel caught in a net. Pinned to the ground. Above, Anna, Serena, and the harpy squad arrived. Great Dragon, we're here to help. The players paled. The Black Dragon was already tough. And now there's reinforcements? We're done for. Impossible to win. Everyone, run, run. To 9 flew up, furious. Not so fast. At that moment, monsters from the Toei Nha and Hak Tui Mang tribes arrived, chasing the players away. Help, save me. Many baby snakes swarmed in, viciously attacking and driving the players to flee for their lives. After the chaos, only 3 players managed to escape back to the plains. Behind them, to 9's massive shadow blocked the moonlight, plunging the area into darkness. Why is the sky so black? To 9 directly spewed fire down on them, snatching up a hefty amount of system points. Congratulations, host. First player kill victory. Reward: 2,000 system points. 5 system points per player killed. Total 4,995 system points earned this round. To 9 flew back to the Dragon Cave. Master, we have won. A Toei Nha soldier wagged his glowing tail. He pointed at Daniel, still struggling in his bindings. Master, this is the remaining prisoner. What should we do? To 9 rubbed his chin, recognizing Daniel as the leader who tried to trick him. Break his limbs and imprison him for now. Daniel twisted and wailed, crying pitifully. Suddenly, to 9 felt dizzy. The world around him blurred. What's happening? It feels like I'm losing consciousness. System, check status. The system began scanning. Name, to 9. Waterloo's level, 32 rank, 4 level 31, 40. Before finishing, to 9's head spun wildly. Without a word, he collapsed flat on the ground, startling the Toei Nha tribe. Anna panicked. Great Dragon, what's wrong with you? System points now stood at 6,995. Anna's favorability, 300. Serena's favorability, 100. Evelyn's favorability, 0. Anna panicked and rushed to 9's side. Great Dragon, please don't scare me like that. Isn't he injured? Serena asked, concerned. Hearing this, Anna's face went pale. Injured? She gently laid 9's head on her lap. What are you doing? Serena exclaimed. Our Elven tribe's healing method, resting your head on someone's lap, is very effective. Last time, the Great Dragon recovered this way, Anna explained, stroking the flushed guy's head tenderly. The 3 of them gathered around, stroking the dragon's head together. Polakri propped his chin on his hand, deep in thought, unconscious with no symptoms but radiating an aura. Could this be what our ancestors wrote about? The dragon's ascension. His eyes lit up brightly. Hearing that, everyone turned to Polakri. Anna stood up. Then we better not disturb the Great Dragon. At that moment, to 9 slowly opened one eye and beckoned with a claw. Polakri, come here, I have something to tell you. Polakri was excited. Could it be the master wants me to personally attend him? So thrilled, he eagerly approached to 9, leaning in close to hear any secrets. Back off, or I'll eat you, to 9 warned. Polakri's spine tingled, his face turning purple. He quickly scurried away. I just remembered. The master told me to lead the cobalts to set traps around the human village. Gnolls, fire rabbits, and harpies will come to support. Polakri muttered as he ran off. Taking advantage of Anna's worry, to 9 used a little trick. The dragon's ascension is dangerous. I might not wake up again. Anna was frightened and fell right into to 9's trap. So, you're not really unconscious? To 9 gently licked Anna's cheek with his tongue. This is a phase dragons go through. We gain knowledge while sleeping and become stronger. Anna immediately smiled. Then to 9 collapsed again. Don't worry, wait for me to wake up, he mumbled, then drifted off. Anna leaned softly against his neck. I'll always wait for you to wake up. I'll protect you. Meanwhile, at Human Faction, Newbie Village number 6, a mysterious troop marched into the village. The leader rode a horse to a house where romantic mushy noises could be heard. Inside, a young pink-haired girl, Miss Melinda, was gazing at her system screen. Blowing virtual kisses. Thanks for the invasion points. Brother Thunder Battle. I love you. Moi. Suddenly, a message popped up. Do not delete this message. You're the only one who knows this. The ancient dragon is falling into a deep sleep in the center of Silver Moon Forest. Hurry to deal with it. Melinda frowned. Why are there spam messages in this game? System. Delete it. Just then, the mysterious leader opened the door and stepped inside. We are the king's army here to eliminate the black dragon. We request lodging for one night. Melinda was surprised such a force came to her village. Right then, a notification appeared. Attention! The NPC Massonite's storyline has entered the newbie village under your command. You have 3 choices. Kill NPC Massonite and take over his important world mission. Upon completion, receive massive invasion points. Help NPC Massonite complete the important mission and earn invasion points based on contribution. Do not participate in the world mission. Melinda read through the options. Dragon Massonite, so that spam message was true. Without hesitation, she got out of bed and approached the figure at the door. Honorable sir, I am the village chief here. Welcome to our humble village. In a long, silent corridor, not a single sound could be heard. The great knight Blythe was admiring his own body in the mirror. Satisfied, these abs are perfect. If only there was a beauty here to appreciate them. Just as he was lost in admiration, Barbara suddenly opened the door, making him jump and turn around. Melinda stood there in a thin nightgown, her face full of worry and fear as she weakly pleaded, "Knight brother, save me." The sight made Blade's face flush bright red. He stammered, This is, Miss Melinda, weren't you just practicing magical theory with Master Mersenne? Melinda ran up to him, placing her hands on his firm chest, making his blush deepen. Tearfully, she said, "Yes, but Master Mersenne, he was touching me inappropriately. I didn't consent, and he wanted to kill me." Blade's eyes widened in horror. "What, that old man has no shame left? Assaulting a beautiful lady like you?" She looked up at him with the most vulnerable eyes imaginable. "This is enchantment magic. Knight brother, you must protect me." Blade was instantly spellbound, his whole body going numb, and in his glaze appeared a giant heart. "Don't worry, you're my woman. I'll never let that bastard touch you. Wait for me, I'm going to kill him." In another room, Master Mersenne was calmly sipping tea when Blade suddenly kicked open the door, startling him and spilling his cup. "Blade, what do you think you're doing?" Mersenne shouted. Blade stood firm at the door, sword in hand, cursing loudly. "You old bastard, it's punishable by death to harass women in Andrews." Still confused, Mersenne asked, "What, harassing women? What nonsense are you spouting?" Before he could react further, Blade charged and kicked him hard in the chest. The force sent Mersenne flying into the wall. Blade's face was furious as he snarled, "What's the matter? You know exactly what you did." Caught off guard and still angry, Mersenne struggled to stand and summoned a burst of magical energy. "If you want to die, don't blame me, Thunderbolt." But halfway through, the magic fizzled out. Mersenne frowned. "Why is my magic failing?" Blade sneered, pointing his sword at him. "So this is all you've got? Ha, prepare to die." Mersenne retorted angrily. "Don't forget, I was invited by the king of Andrews to hunt down the ancient dragon." At that moment, Melinda appeared in the doorway. "Knight brother, this guy is useless. How can he defeat a dragon?" She then struck a seductive pose, revealing ample cleavage, and coquettishly said, "Why don't you just kill him? And then we can run away together?" Seeing this, Mersenne hastily warned Blade, "She's just a low-level magic student, barely a sorcerer. I'm a grand mage from Ireland. Don't fall for her tricks." Melinda bent down sweetly and whispered to Mersenne, "How's the sleep tea tonight? I added some special ingredients." Suddenly, Mersenne's face turned furious. You witch, what did you put in my tea?" The shattered cup lay on the floor. Clenching his fist, he growled, "I'll kill you." Melinda remained unfazed, stood up, and walked away, showing her back. Right then, Blade charged forward, delivering a kick that sent blood spraying from Mersenne's mouth, warning him, "Don't ever insult Miss Melinda again." Taking advantage of the moment, Melinda pulled out a small knife and stabbed Mersenne in the chest, only for him to notice immediately. Feigning innocence, she ran to Blade, pressing close. "Knight brother, save me, he wants to kill me." Suddenly, Blade's sharp sword plunged straight into Mersenne's chest, and blood gushed out. A system notification flashed before Mersenne's eyes. "Ting, you have killed Massonite, an important story character. Massonite's power has been transferred to you. 1 week remains to complete the crucial storyline. You may freely use these powers and replace Massonite to lead the story." Complete the storyline to gain a massive amount of invasion points and fully inherit Masonaite's powers. Fail, and you gain fewer points and lose the powers. Mission objective created. Defeat the Black Dragon. Cut to a distant land. A group was moving through the dense forest. From above, Hannah's panicked voice reported, "Master, something big happened. The human army is attacking." Tenine jolted awake. What? The human army? Anna Hathaway looked on suspiciously. Tenine stood on a vast open field surrounded by countless clusters of spirit stones. He wondered, is this the dreamscape inheritance? Taking a few steps forward, he looked up and scanned the surroundings. Not far away, a huge pink dragon lay resting. It was Cornell Neorid. He stood there, pondering, is this really my ancestor? And this form is huge. Cornell Neorid slowly opened his eyes and looked at Tenine standing nearby. You carry my bloodline, and his. Pure and true, I will bestow upon you a unique inheritance. Live on, drive those invaders out of my homeland, and his. Between them appeared a glowing spirit stone. Shimmering with light, the stone slowly floated closer to Tenine. He reached out to touch it, but Cornell's voice stopped him. All right, you should leave now. Tenine hurried. Wait, ancestor, I still have questions for you. Before he could finish, a spark shot out and zapped him, making him jump. Oi, ancestor, my butt. Back in the real world, Tenine was still rubbing his singed behind. Sigh. He thought about Cornell's words. They must mean the players, right? Actually, I don't even need telling. I'm going to chase them away anyway. Suddenly he remembered and looked around. This was the Silver Moon Forest. Could it be that I've awakened from the dreamscape already? But where are Anna and the others? He glanced back at the spirit stone. This ancestor was really something, dragging him in like that, then disappearing without a word after handing over the story, and not even explaining what that purple crystal was. He reached out and touched the spirit stone. It shattered into countless tiny pieces. A massive surge of power flowed into him. The system began announcing the new spells he had absorbed. Inheriting 100 years of the Dragon Clan's memories. Special inheritance. Dragon Tongue Magic. Lassioner. The breath of secret language. Reveals all life and terrain around you through low murmurs. No disguise can hide from it. Zirakalzor. Spirit boost. Through excited roars. Your followers gain renewed vitality. Under Dragon Tongue's influence, they become braver and stronger without any side effects for a certain time. Zunaifiak. Disarmament. Dissolves steel weapons through Dragon Tongue. When enemies are unprepared, you can disarm them of weapons and armor. As Tenine was immersed in the system's descriptions, suddenly a rope lashed across his back. Anna, dressed incredibly seductively, stood before him, making him blush hard. Anna. He was flustered by her appearance. Why is she here dressed like that? Anna stepped closer teasingly. I'm here to help you practice Dragon Tongue magic. Brother Tenine, do you like it? Tenine froze completely, his face turning redder than ever. Of course I like it. He stammered. She smiled and stroked his chin. We agreed, if you don't learn, you're not allowed to leave. He hesitated nervously. Of course not. In his mind, he imagined ropes tying Anna up, her looking irresistibly charming. She even whimpered. Brother Tenine, be gentle, I'm not ready yet. He chuckled darkly and sighed, feeling a little mischievous. Suddenly her expression grew serious, but still smiling softly. With a wave of her magic, countless swords appeared, circling around them. This sight snapped Tenine back to reality. She said, training begins now. Horrified, Tenine blurted out, wait, Anna, wait, I'm not ready yet. This training isn't what I expected. System? System? Are you there? No response. Unless this is still a dream. Anna stood there waving her hand, saying, all the swords are coming for you. Brother Tenine, don't be lazy, I'm always watching. Ludi's voice rang out. Currently, the Null leader and most of the monsters weren't in the dragon's cave. Only Hannah and the cockatrices were left. Even the rabbits had been gone for half a day. Tenine was still sound asleep. What should they do now? Anna frowned in worry. If I were Lord Dragon, what would I do? She fell silent and thought. Hannah, she ordered, send 2 happy to find the Null leader. Grey Wolf, tell him the dragon's cave is under attack and we need reinforcements. Also, notify Chicken Bro to lead the fire rabbits to the fire arrow tower immediately and prepare for defense. As for the cockatrices, scatter them along the forest path. Have them hide in the trees and wait for the right moment to strike. Don't go head to head with the humans, harass and retreat. Hit and run tactics only. Everyone around her was impressed. Anna is amazing. This time, let's be the ones to protect Lord Dragon. In front of them, the purple-haired girl turned back and struck someone in the face. Damn it, another ambush in the trees, she shouted. Above, in the trees, A massive green snake hissed menacingly. The blonde-haired guy shouted, "These abyss fiends love going for the head, watch your head." "Damn it, why don't they ever aim for the butt instead?" The purple-haired girl smirked. Ever since inheriting the power of a grand mage, her speed and agility had shot through the roof. "If I can kill that dragon, this power will be completely mine." She stood before a blazing wall of fire, a wicked glint in her eye. The blonde guy gushed, "My love, I didn't know your magic was this powerful." Looking proud, the purple-haired girl said, "Burn down those trees. It'll force the monsters out and we can speed up our advance." At the canyon near the dragon cave, the purple-haired girl announced, "The cave is just ahead. Let's attack." She cast a detection spell to scout the terrain. Despite being a man, the blonde guy was clearly a coward. "Babe, I'm worried about you. Let me protect you." The purple-haired girl sneered inwardly. "Useless trash. I underestimated these abyss fiends. They've even got hot weapons. If we keep fighting like this, our troops will fall apart. And then how the hell am I supposed to kill the dragon?" Still, with a sweet voice she replied, "Then thank you, big brother knight, for covering me Tilda." She then stepped on the blonde guy's shoulder and leapt into the air, staff in hand, unleashing a flurry of spells. Flame explosion. Back at the cave, Anna was anxious. "They've already made it here? That fast?" She whispered sorrowfully. "Lord Dragon, if you can hear me, please wake up. Please, wake up." In his subconscious, Lord Dragon, to9, heard Anna's voice. Could they be in danger? He suddenly cast a disarm spell. Anna's face lit up. "To9, you're amazing. You already learned disarm magic? Keep it up." To9 groggily asked, "I want to get out of here. Do you know how?" Anna beamed. "You promised, remember? You can't leave before finishing the training." But before she could say more, To9 had already disappeared. He left behind a single sentence, "Stop pretending. Who the hell wants to do your stupid training? I'm outta here." But Anna quickly caught him. "If you want to leave, fine," she said, "but beat me first." System points. 6,995 affection with Anna. 300 affection with Syria. 100. These people were determined to storm into the dragon's cave and slay the evil dragon. The purple-haired girl frowned to herself. "Strange, we've made it this far already. So why hasn't that black dragon come out yet? Don't tell me, it ran away?" When she caught sight of the evil dragon up close, she was shaken. "It's so huge, but isn't it just an immature dragon? Barely level 20-something?" She immediately cast an appraisal spell, and found out the dragon was in a deep slumber. "Undergoing a class advancement. Looks like the heavens are on my side." Just as she was feeling triumphant, wham! Something suddenly attacked her, snapping back to her senses. She screamed, "Who dared ambush me?" The attacker was none other than Anna. "Get out of the dragon's chamber." Anna growled. The intruders stared wide-eyed at her. A woman? Inside the dragon's lair? And not just any woman, but a stunning elven beauty? The purple-haired girl scoffed. "Ah, you're so adorable, but do you really think you can stand against me with just a water sphere spell and clairvoyance?" Anna's teammates stepped forward too. "She's not alone, she has us." The purple-haired girl laughed mockingly. "A bunch of nobodies trying to stop me? Throwing eggs at a rock. How pitiful." She immediately unleashed a spell, paralyzing several of them with ease. Then she turned to her underlings and barked, "Surround the dragon. That elf isn't going anywhere. And once we're done, those women are yours." Her subordinates' eyes gleamed with wicked excitement. Anna, on the verge of tears, whispered, "Lord Dragon, I'm sorry, I couldn't protect you." Meanwhile, in his mind, Lord Dragon was lazily drawing circles. "Come get me already. Can't you feel me lying here?" To9 finally spoke up. "You done yet? Just tell me how to get out of here." Anna cried out, "Please, don't hit me anymore, that hurts. But the inheritance training isn't over yet. If you leave now, you'll face magical backlash. Your mana will become unstable. Are you sure you still want to leave?" To9 didn't hesitate. "I'm sure. Just hurry up already." Anna motioned him over with a finger. "If you really want to know how to get out, then come a bit closer." To9 cautiously leaned in, thinking, "Wait, is this like in those fairy tales? Am I supposed to kiss the girl to break the spell or something?" But reality was never that sweet. Just as he got close, wham! Anna smacked him across the face. Meanwhile, back on the battlefield, the purple-haired girl continued her assault without pause. To9 winced in pain, unable to even force a smile. Ouch, what kind of messed up, wake-up method is this? Physical damage? Seriously? Suddenly, a soldier shouted from outside. "The golden troops have broken into the dragon's cave. Crap, we're screwed." Outside the cave, Anna turned back and said tearfully, "Lord Dragon, you're finally awake. I'm sorry, I couldn't protect your lair. Lord Dragon gently comforted her. You've done well. I'm proud of you. The two girls nearby were also emotional. To 9, you're finally awake. They bullied you while you were out. To 9 growled. I know. I'll make them pay. The two girls' eyes sparkled as they looked at the mighty black dragon. The green-haired girl pointed at the purple-haired one and tattled. Especially that wicked woman. She even zapped us with lightning. Our clothes are all ruined. To 9 narrowed his eyes. So she's a grand mage class player. The purple-haired girl panicked. No way. Weren't you supposed to be in deep sleep? How did you wake up so soon? She thought back to the in-game message. It clearly said he'd be asleep for at least a week. Damn it. It was a spam notification. To 9, now suspicious. How did she know I was asleep in the first place? Meanwhile, the two knights began arguing. Which bastard threw a sword at my face? Wasn't me. To 9 snarled. You lowly reptiles? How dare you invade my territory? With that, he lunged forward. Run. The black dragon's gone berserk. Help. One stomp from To 9 was enough to crush a group of them on the spot. The blonde guy grabbed the purple-haired girl's hand. Babe, let's run. That dragon's awake. We don't stand a chance. But she shook him off. Sneering. Run? At a time like this? This is the perfect opportunity. Even if I die, I'll just respawn. Nearby, the black-haired girl gritted her teeth. It's him. That bastard and that woman. He's the one who sold me out to the bandits. The purple-haired girl cast an ice prison spell and hurled it at the black dragon. Anna shouted, watch out behind you, Lord Dragon. But To 9 was already one step ahead. With a flick of his wing, he was suddenly in front of the purple-haired girl. She panicked and began rapidly casting Flame Wall, Fire Dragon Spiral Throw. A barrage of fire-based attacks blasted toward the black dragon, but he stood there unfazed. Not even singe. Why aren't my spells hitting? She cried, pulling at her hair. How? After just one evolution, his magic resistance increased this much? How do you even fight this? Desperate, she cast Barrier of the Screaming Lake, her last resort shield spell. Tears welled in her eyes. I hit him so many times. I tried so hard. So why can't I win? The black dragon's voice echoed like thunder. I'll make you wish you were dead, for daring to touch my reverse scale. The purple-haired girl had a wicked thought. Thankfully, this is a game. I can just commit suicide and then respawn. But before she could act, the black dragon cast Dispel Armament. Her body trembled uncontrollably. Why is this happening? The black dragon's voice was cold and merciless. You think dying would be that easy? Suddenly, a panicked voice shouted, Lord Dragon, I don't see Evelyn anywhere. To 9 responded calmly. It's fine. With her level of magic, regular soldiers won't be able to touch her. Meanwhile, in the Moonlight Forest, the blonde guy was sprinting for his life, sweat pouring down his face. The black-haired girl gritted her teeth. Just as expected. What a worthless scumbag, running from battle like a coward. The blonde guy stumbled and cried out. Ow, that hurts. Miss, have we met before? The black-haired girl's face darkened. You forgot me? The blonde guy blinked. Wait, it's you. I thought the bandits had already. Finished you off? So it was the black dragon who captured you instead. He gave a smug grin. Hey, why don't you come with me? Don't worry, I won't mind your situation. The black-haired girl's expression twisted in rage. She slowly curled her finger and beckoned. Is that so? Then come a little closer. He obediently moved forward, even puckering his lips. My sweet little baby Tilda. The moment he leaned in, she socked him straight in the jaw. Die, you disgusting creep. Who are you calling baby? The blonde guy stumbled back, growling. You dare hit me? Fine, don't blame me for what happens next. The black-haired girl suddenly felt her body weaken. No, my magic's being suppressed. What did you do? The blonde guy's grin grew wider. Hey, didn't expect that, huh? Turns out the item I swiped from Melinda was super effective. The girl screamed. Melinda is my sister. She's a professor at the Magic Academy. If you kill me, the academy will come after you. But the blonde guy wasn't fazed. So what? When she comes looking, I'll just tell her you got eaten by a 7-headed dragon or something. Then, without warning, he swung his sword, cleanly severing her head. Back outside the dragon's cave, the black dragon gazed at the same arrogant adventurers who had just moments ago been full of bluster. Now, they were running with their tails between their legs. You think you can just come here and run away? With that, To 9 cast Battle Fatigue Pulse and followed up with another Dispel Armament, stripping the invaders of all their weapons and clothes. Anna's eyes lit up with glee. Lord Dragon, look, it's Polly and the others. They made it back. To 9 waved a claw. Don't look, you'll hurt your eyes. You two go back to the cave. I'll handle things out here. Just then, 2 werewolves fell to their knees in front of him. Master, we're sorry we're late. We deserve death. To9 shook his head. No, this one's not on you. One of the werewolves teared up. When we returned, we found this guy and Evelyn's corpse. To9's aura flared with rage. You killed Evelyn? The blonde guy, now shaking, stammered. And no, it wasn't me. She just collapsed. And my sword just, look. If you let me go, I can tell you something really big. A secret. You'll definitely be interested. The blonde-haired young man was followed by that wretched woman Melinda. She had once seduced me into helping her slay a dragon, only to end up killing the Grand Archmage Massonite as well. On top of that, she's the village chief of Newbie Village number 6. Right now, over 5,000 villagers are gathering there, waiting for a chance to slay the dragon. The black dragon silently mused. Looks like Newbie Village number 6 hasn't forgotten about this boss of theirs. Interesting, the blonde-haired youth naively asked. So, this secret, are you satisfied with it, Lord Black Dragon? The dragon replied calmly. Not bad. The youth nodded. Then, may I leave now? Of course you may. The black dragon responded. The 2 werewolves beside him looked confused. Master, are you really going to just let him go? The moment the words left their mouths, the black dragon exhaled a plume of fire and incinerated the youth on the spot. Then he said coldly, I never said I would let him go. The 2 werewolves gasped in awe. As expected of Master, we understand now. We understand. The black dragon's thoughts drifted to the image of a girl with black hair. She's already gone. Consider this vengeance on her behalf. The system chimed in. System notification. Host has helped an NPC fulfill their dying wish. Received blessing granted before death. Congratulations. You have obtained a special ability, Teleportation Magic Circle. This battle has earned you a total of 6,000 system points. The black dragon pondered. Teleportation Magic Circle. System. Can it teleport me to a newbie village? The system replied. Teleportation circles can only send you to places you've previously visited or those marked by the ancient dragonkin. The black dragon nodded in realization. So that's how it works. Looking around at the battlefield, he muttered. The biggest threat this time was myself. I was forced into a slumber to undergo a class evolution. If I had remained conscious, not so many would have been hurt. Then he asked, System. Is there a way to shorten, or even completely remove, the sleep period required for my evolution? The system responded. Reduce sleep time slightly and enhance inheritance efficiency 5,000 system points. Halve sleep time 10,000 points. Greatly reduce sleep time 20,000 points. Completely eliminate sleep and inheritance 10,000 points. The black dragon growled in frustration. So no matter what, I still have to sleep? Or else I give up on inheriting powers altogether? Then suddenly, he thought of Anna's fierce expression. Why did she come to mind just now? He asked again, System, why did someone else appear in my dreamscape during the inheritance sequence? The system replied, normally, no outsiders should appear in a dreamscape inheritance. However, in rare cases, a companion soul may be generated. The black dragon raised an eyebrow. Companion soul? Correct. A companion soul is formed based on the dreamer's preferences. Its purpose is to aid in magical evolution. However, sometimes it may attempt to seduce or mislead the dreamer, depending on their willpower. Hearing this, the black dragon grinned smugly. One of the werewolves asked, Master, what's gotten into you? The black dragon coughed lightly and returned to his usual serious demeanor. What is it? The werewolf replied, a few humans have surrendered. Should we kill them all? The black dragon asked back. Surrendered, you say? The battlefield is still under our control. Kill the human soldiers. As for the ones who surrendered, lock them up. And you, watch her closely. Keep her alive. She'll wait for me to return. Yes, Master. But aren't you returning to the dragon's lair? Not yet, the black dragon said. The 7-day deadline has come. Today, I'll build a crematorium myself. The black dragon's thoughts turned solemn. To9, always repay my debts. I never forget. Outside the dragon's lair, the black dragon sat alone when Anna walked over. The black dragon asked, Anna, why are you all out here? Before he could finish, the purple-haired girl burst into tears. To9, Evelyn, is she really never coming back? The black dragon replied, so you all found out already? That damn mutt Polakri really can't keep his mouth shut. At that moment, Anna suddenly asked, Lord Dragon, if one day I died, would you be sad? Startled, the black dragon responded, why would you ask something like that? Anna said softly, if someone out there is sad because of me, then wouldn't that make dying a little more meaningful? The black dragon replied firmly. Death has no meaning at all. If death is inevitable, then I'll simply grow strong enough to be at the top of the food chain, so I'll never die just because I'm weak. Hearing this, both girls' affection levels instantly increased by 20 points. They silently vowed to become stronger. Morrigan Plains, Newbie Village No. 1 Manhwa. The knights on guard suddenly heard an urgent system alert. Warning, large creature detected approaching, malicious entity invading the village. Newbie Village defense mode activated. Current area confirmed. Level 1 Newbie Village. Protection level enhanced. Enemy stat reduction. Minus 50% within village boundaries. A soldier shouted, enemy attack, raise the alarm. Upon hearing the system notification, the black dragon scoffed. So there's a protection mechanism like this in place? Does it have a fixed range? The system responded. The defense zone is a 500-meter sphere centered around the Newbie Village's main square. The black dragon chuckled. 500 meters? That's more than enough. He then advanced and breathed fire. Chaos erupted in the village. People ran in all directions, screaming, the black dragon, the dragon's wrath is here. Flames rained down on the homes. The dragon muttered, so it's true, my power has been weakened here. These puny explosions feel like chickens pecking at grains. The guards were confused. Why is a black dragon attacking in the middle of the night? Another soldier called out, don't be afraid, the black dragon's weakened. If we all attack together, we can bring it down. Everyone to the central plaza. Gather and prepare to fight. Mages, raise shields. Seeing them form up into a proper battle formation, the black dragon raised an eyebrow. Oh, already setting up a formation? Not bad. They began attacking him with mage staves and spells, completely useless. Like throwing shrimp at a volcano. Yet someone shouted, we're hurting it. It's scared. Focus fire. The black dragon laughed. Scared? What a joke. System. Activate teleportation circle. Teleportation starting point. Skies above Newbie Village No. X. Destination. Central Plaza. Newbie Village No. 6. In an instant, all the attacks the villagers launched were funneled into the teleportation portal, and redirected to blast their own village instead. The black dragon smirked. Ha, such power. As expected, without a player level cap here, their attacks pack more punch. Then the system announced, congratulations, host, you have destroyed a newbie village. Newbie Village No. 6 Manhwa has been removed from the map. Reward. Core fragment of a bright newbie village. All players from Newbie Village No. 6 Manhwa will now respawn randomly at other available villages. The black dragon muttered, that's it? Just like that? Wiped out already? That was way too easy. He held the glowing stone in his claw. System. What is this Newbie Village core fragment? Does it actually do anything? The system responded. Collect 4 Newbie Village core fragments to condense a pure village founding token. This token allows the host to establish their own faction. It is a critical item. Strongly recommend careful storage. The black dragon scoffed. That's it? Under my command I've got master builders. Plus, their reproduction rate is ridiculously fast. Who needs some silly founding token? Useless. But the system insisted. Please don't underestimate the village founding token. As you've seen, player newbie villages have extremely high defensive output due to embedded rule-based enhancements. With a token, you too can construct buildings of similar durability. Certain structures tied to the token also grant powerful utilities, like faster relocation, quicker building time, and increased efficiency. And the higher your settlement level, the more administrative authority you gain. The black dragon rubbed his chin thoughtfully. Huh? Why does the system sound kinda hurt? Could it be this precious core fragment is something it painstakingly refined itself? And those words, pure village, probably mean the token strips away the player-based enhancements. No wonder the system's so anxious. System notice. Settlement finalized. Host has received 25.000 system points. The black dragon blinked. 25,000? What are we waiting for? System. Let's go massacre a few more villages today and then build a monster settlement of my own. He paused, thinking, but if I go all out like that, won't I get hunted every single day? Nah, forget it. Out of the kindness of my heart, I'll spare them, for now. Then he asked, hey system, if destroying newbie villages increases light absorption levels, then how do I actually collect more of these core fragments? The system calmly replied, please be patient, host. The more players invade, the more regions of the world fall into war. And war breeds countless exceptional beings. The black dragon's expression went blank. So in plain terms, just outlast everyone else. Huh? He grumbled. And how the hell am I supposed to know what's going on out there? I live in this backwater place cut off from news and updates. The system suggested. Host possesses the ritual sacrifice mandate. You may conduct more summons to expand your own following. This allows you to gain intel on world events across the continent. The black dragon's eyes lit up. A summoning ritual? So you mean I get to summon followers now? Then, when exactly do I start summoning? The system replied. At your current level, summoning options are restricted. You must wait. Meanwhile, in the Silver Moon Forest, the black dragon suddenly fell, splash, straight into a creek. Right where 3 girls were bathing. Dazed, he blinked and asked innocently. Are you girls bathing? A moment later, plop. One of the girls accidentally slipped and landed right on the dragon's head. Still seated on him, she asked in confusion. Why is the water so shallow today? And warm? Anna quickly swam over. Lord Dragon, are you okay? Wake up. The girl on his head snapped. Serves you right, peeping on girls while they bathe. Pervert. The black dragon mumbled weakly. I think, I just saw my grandma's.